a place where everybody knows your name. Laughter fills the air like a sweet refrain. Sit and share a story, but I drink or two. In this cozy bar, where dreams come true, where smiles and friends remain, and good times ease the pain. Here we go again.
Hello, hello, can you see me, can you hear me, can you let me know? That'd be just swell. Botrix has correctly joined the channel. Has he really? Has he really? Well, he's not showing. Oh, here it is. There he is. Shmuel and beef. Kirsty, you can see me and hear me. That's good to hear and good to see. Mandy, how are you as well? We all okay? Yes, Mandy has chocolate from Christmas. And from the Christmas before. In a bowl, display only, mostly orange creams. How is that possible? Apart from the fact that you're not a greedy guts. Such a childish thing to say, isn't it? A greedy guts. Not a greedy guts. Casper, how are you doing? You okay? Window. Window open. Yes, hello. Star of the show here. There's no star of the show. Horace just growled at me. Yeah, so, you know, how are we getting on? And what was how you? I forgot your name now. What was your proper name? You did tell us, didn't you? Oh, man. That's annoying me, that now. I should know these things, and I don't. Bloody stupid explodey brain. Where's Ali? A tune's on. It is, isn't it? Good tune as well. I love throwing muses. Emil, that's it, Emil. Sorry, from Finland. You're here somewhere. Finland. Oh. It's there. Emil, how you doing, bud? How's things? You okay? Are you full of the joys of spring? It was Yellow Submarine, followed by Fall Down, because she fell over and smashed her face into bits. I wasn't even looking at the jukebox. Yeah, full of the joys of spring. Today was the first time. Well, it was not a day off, because I was working, and I've been working bloody hard. I took my daughter to go with a hairdresser's appointment at about 1 o'clock this afternoon. So it wasn't cold, it wasn't up early in the morning. But when I picked her up, oh my word, the sky was stunning. It looked almost metallic. It was, the sun was out really starting to drop low, and it was a hazy kind of sun with this strange metallic sheen over the sky. Gorgeous. But I even went to Tesco to pick my prescription up after I finished work. And I was only wearing my hoodie. Well, I was wearing pants as well, you know what I mean. But I didn't have to wear a coat. I wasn't wearing 17 layers. So hopefully that's the sign that spring isn't too far away. Been a while since you were here the last time. It has, mate. It has. Hope you're doing okay. That everything's been fine where you are. All good here. Apart from all those bloody early mornings. Seems to be that every time my daughter goes to work of a morning nowadays, it's 7:45. So I've got to be extra early. But it's getting lighter and lighter every day. I'm getting home now after I've dropped her off at 8 o'clock. Or I get home for about 8:05 sometimes. And it's light. Which is nice. The days are getting longer. I'll tell you what it was like. It was almost and I mean almost, Dennis Birdcam weather today. That's how good it was. And the little bird table thing, what would you call it? A sofa, a chair, bench, a bench, isn't it? A hanging bench. Has been through about 7 storms and is still attached. I never got round to bringing it in. It's still up there attached. And it's living its best life, I think. Getting smashed everywhere and being alright. Emil from Lüneburg, the only famous Emil you know. Not Emil Zatopek. No. Day up by 1 hour and 25 over in Denmark. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. We are getting closer and closer. You can feel it. You can tell when spring is suddenly about to kick in, there's a smell in the air. You can tell what it is. It's unique. And if you could bottle it, I think Comfort and Lenore and people like that do fabric softeners, they would have it in a heartbeat. But you can't put your finger on it. It doesn't smell of anything apart from spring. Does it need painting yet, the bench? I'm not sure. But it's spent a very, very heavy winter, hasn't it? So what I'll do is I'll bring it in at some point. Or I'll check it this week while it's okay. See what it's like. If it needs another coat, we'll give it another coat. Spring won't kick in over there for at least a month and a half. Ours tends to kick in and then go away and then kick in and then go away. Which is why we always have daffodils and they last for 2 days. They see the sun, they pop their heads up, it then freezes and everything around it is completely and utterly gone. Which is a shame because they look lovely when they're around. But yeah, that's what we get here, unfortunately. As the saying goes about March, I mean, we're not even close to March yet, but March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. Which is what it does. So we can expect cold throughout the rest of February, but if today was anything to go by, today it was t-shirt and shorts weather during the day. Well, it is for a northern bloke. You know what I mean? Northern blokes. It was nice. Perfect football weather. If you're having a game of footy outside, that was the weather today. Sunny, not too blustery. Just a nice temperature. Good. Your tulips are appearing. Put a pair of pants on then. Oh, sorry, yeah. Are they? When are they supposed to appear? This is early for them, isn't it? Or I don't know me flowers too well, but that would seem to be very, very early. Edelweiss I could understand, but tulips. Weird. The weather is weird anyway. The seasons seem to be changed slightly. I think we spoke about this on Sunday, didn't we? The seasons have flipped slightly. But it feels nice. And it was nice. I haven't even looked, I haven't even looked at my phone. I was recording the drive home from dropping her off just through town. I was going to just throw it into a video and throw some music over it, but I got home and started work, and then I've just not stopped all day, unfortunately. And I've very little to show for it. Because, internet and systems and things are all being ball aches. But it was nice just being outside early without having to wear a coat or without having to wear 3 hoodies and a thermal underwear was nice. Just leave so far. Be nice though once all that starts coming out. I don't know what it is. It might just be because I spent that time in hospital coming out and then seeing the flowers coming out in spring, and because I come out in October, didn't I? So I got a little bit of autumn, but I was stuck in the house most of the time. That first spring, seeing the flowers outside was absolutely lovely. And I think every year now I'm looking forward to that first big riot of colour. So I like that. Kirsty, you need to charge the phone. Some things never change. No problem, you go do that. Plug it in, as the advert used to say. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to this spring. It should be nice. I thought it was cloudy here, but you actually get about 1,700 sunshine hours a year on average, where England gets only 1,400. Yeah, we get lots of cloud. Lots of cloud. Because of where we are. All the rain and cloud disappears here. Because the hot water, the moist hot air from the Gulf of Mexico comes flying up, meets the cold air from the Arctic, rains all over Ireland and the UK, and then just slowly melts away before it gets to mainland Europe. We get the best of the ball. Unfortunately, weeding season starts soon. Yeah, soon too. Soon. It does. Oh, stop moaning, man. Do you love it being outside in the sun? Sundress on, nice cold drink on the go, big Sophia Loren sunglasses. I think I'm thinking too much into this, aren't I? Doing your bit of weeding, because it looks nice. The garden looks lovely when it's been sorted out, doesn't it? Do you know what? We can't do our garden anymore. After my dad's illnesses and his surgery, my mum hurting her leg and her arm and everything, and then me being in hospital, we can't do our own gardening. So we get gardeners come out every 2 weeks or so. And when they come out and do the garden, the back lawn looks absolutely gorgeous. I mean, proper the stripes and checkerboard on there and all kinds. It looks beautiful. It's a nice place to spend a bit of time outside. Remind me, I need to get out there with the pressure washer and clean the bloody thing. Donald, how you doing, bud? Fully electric again now. Speaking to Ali the other day, and she said that the electric was back on. Everyone okay over there? Everyone all safe and happy and sound and good to be back? Good to be back. Hello. You know, 2 years ago, a country average of 1 hour's sunshine in December the whole month. Jeez, man. That's heavy, that, man. Whereas we get weird sunshine. We can have entire weeks during the winter where it's just constant sun all day long. And then we get into spring and autumn and there's cloud constantly, which taints the average slightly. We don't mind, it's just weather, innit? As Billy Connolly said, there's no such thing as bad weather, there's just the wrong clothes. And he's right. Electric came back on Monday, went off again last night, no water or phone signal either. What a pain in the arse that is. How did the storm leave you? Not too much damage. Well, obviously, electric, no water or phone signal. I did see somewhere, was it a Met Office reel? There was something called, what's it called? I can't think what it was called, but there's something to do with the weather. It's like a whip or a sting, I think it might have been called. A storm sting or something mad. Which is the arse end, like the tail, the whip of the storm. And it was hitting directly over Ireland, 141 miles per hour, I think it was. One of the strongest wind speeds recorded on the island of Ireland. Just absolutely insane. And it wasn't the middle of the storm, it was the whip, it was the outside of it. Obviously it's got further to travel so it goes quicker. Heavy Sally. Common saying over there as well, it's true, isn't it? Probably where he got it from, knowing Billy Connolly. Having been all over the world and other places. But it's right. Oh, the weather's awful. It's not, it's raining. So I love it when there's an entire thing, a Quora, like a subreddit, isn't it, Quora, similar kind of thing. And it's just full of Americans asking troll questions about England and stuff. Are Brits happy living a cold, damp, little miserable shithole in the middle of the North Atlantic? Things like that. Why do the English think they invented the English language? All those stupid questions. Seeing the answers is quite funny at times. But don't you get sick and tired of the rain? Well, no. Have a look island is called the Emerald Isle because it's fucking green. It is beautiful. And it's because of the rain. We get loads of sunshine, we get loads of rain, and it makes the place look gorgeous and green. And even when it's cloudy, it still looks amazing. I told you, haven't I, about it? There's a fella I watch, a landscape photographer, on YouTube. He's got his own channel, Henry Turner. And he did a video, and he was really annoyed. He's normally the most optimistic and upbeat person on earth. Always happy. And he went to the Lake District, and he was moaning every time he stopped to go and have a look at something because the weather looked lovely. By the time he got up there, the weather had gone shite again. So he did a quick 40-minute live stream on YouTube while he was on top of one of these fells. And by the time he'd finished, the weather had changed again, and he's looking down on, well, I forget where it was, but there was snow, there was mist, there was the sun coming down. All these hills in this valley looked incredible. And he just went, well, there's no point moaning, is there? Just keep positive and things will happen for you. And it just absolutely. But the country looks amazing, even on a shitty day. The clouds will open, this big shaft of light will come down, and the place will look stunning beneath you. A few tiles missing on the roof. I think everyone at the moment seems to have that kind of thing, don't they? Casper, your back is acting up. Be careful. Yeah, Jackie's tiles are knackered as well. Roofers are always rubbing their hands. Talking to my daughter earlier on. I'm not putting the football sign on for this, but it's football related. Charlton Athletic, a London team, used to be in the Premier League and used to play three at the back. And the three at the back were Richard Rufus, George Costa and John Fortune. So the back three was Rufus, Costa, Fortune, which everyone thought was highly amusing because it's absolutely 100% true. Yeah. But they are, because it's the kind of job that you can't do. Rufus can do it, but you can't do it. And also, when you've got people like my mum and dad in their 70s, how the bleeding hell are they going to fix roof slates and tiles? They can't. You need some young buck up there who, if he falls off the lid, will bounce and back up again. We can't do it. Highest wind speed was recorded at Mace Head Lighthouse in Carna, about 40 minutes south of where you're living. 183 kilometres per hour. That's just, it's insane, isn't it? That's a proper top of Everest kind of weather, that. Know what I mean? This is not just a little bit of, it's a bit windy out there. This is, you are at the top of Mount Everest. This is going to blow you off the mountain kind of weather. Mad. Since we're mostly on the same lines of latitudes and close by and not very inlandish, yep, weather's very super similar. Can have all seasons in a single day in April, just like here. Yeah, I know Crowded House, New Zealand is a similar kind of thing, but on the other side of the world, the southern equivalent to what we are. 4 seasons in one day. If you come to the UK and Ireland, it's 4 seasons in 1 hour, never mind anything else. Genuinely, we've had an hour, not even too long ago, where it was snowing. Then the sun was out, then it was snowing again. Then the sun was out, then it was raining. Then it was a really, really ridiculously windy 10 minutes. And then at the end of that, there was 1 hour gone. What the hell's going on here? It's mad thing, fam. Roof on the nearest Aldi was ripped off. Nobody gets ripped off in Aldi. Just fucking shout, man. These things are made as well, aren't they? These buildings are proper made. They're not made out of straw or sticks. They can't be blown down by a big bad wolf. It's going to take a proper storm to get rid of them. Nearest Tesco to throw out 50 grand's worth of meat too, or 4 legs of lamb as it's called nowadays. Aye, a little bit of politics. My name's Ben Elton, good night. New Zealand is more like the line of Spain's latitudes. Yeah, but New Zealand's also weird because obviously it's the other way around, it's down south, so the North Island is quite, I don't want to say tropical because it's not, but it's okay. Start going further and further south to the South Island, bottom part of the South Island. That's bloody cold. That's like being in Scotland, northern Scotland. Tomash. Oh, hand up. Remind me to change that, by the way. Or at least put is over the top of it. Getting in before Ali does. I like his style. Wagwan, fam. A few days before your storm, Greenland had a crazy storm that ripped roofs off as well. Can you rip the roof off an igloo? Can you? Part of the reason why igloos, not only because of what they're built out of, why they're built domed, is because you can't rip off a domed structure, can you? Just over it goes. Subtropical, but the mountains on the South Island. That's there's a fella that's climbed Mount Everest and he's got 2 legs amputated, and I can't remember his name now. Famously, he was the one that walked past David Sharp when he was in Green Boots Cave and was just about still alive, and just left him there because he thought he was okay. Greg Inglis, is it? Or it used to be a rugby player, can't be him, can it? Mark Inglis maybe. I'll look in a minute. He lost his legs on, is it Mount Cook in New Zealand? He got stuck in a cave. They built themselves a sort of a shelter in a cave, and they were there for weeks, I think it was. I need to look into this. It was mad. Yeah. Would I like a drink? Oh, yes. I would like a nice cup of tea. It's not getting in before Ali. It's so when she arrives, she thinks that we're organised and efficient. So she thinks we're organised and efficient. Are you suggesting that we're not? I will have forgotten something, won't I? As always. Kirsty, would like a drink? Some Tixie Licks for the throat. Kirsty's getting better. We like to hear it. Man, these hot coffees, how about a slug of tea to make things interesting? Oh, now you're talking. A slug of tea. Throat's feeling better. Glad to hear it. Yeah, definitely worried it blown off the side of, or blown off the edge of Ireland. Or the edge of Europe even, isn't it? Would you like £50,000 of meat that he's found? Or 4 legs of lamb? I'm still convinced it is 4 legs of lamb now. I live mostly in brightly coloured tree houses in Greenland. I know I was joking about the igloos. Yep. There was a great thing on BBC4 though. One of those wellness called, I think it was the last. Was it the last igloo it was called? And it's just some fella building an igloo, and then fishing, ice fishing, and then making something to eat and then getting into his igloo. It sounds awful. It's one of the most fascinating things I'd seen. Northern Lights just in the background, and he's bouncing all over the Arctic, looking fantastic. Houses made of tree, not tree houses. Not little tree houses up trees. Wooden houses, colourful wooden houses, reds and greens and things. A glass of ice cold Coke for our Kirsty. Casper, what would you like to drink? Whatever you would like. Tomasz? Yes, please share the Christmas chocolates around. Yes, do it. Mandy, do it. Do it. Do it now. You can't have vintage chocolate, know what I mean? That'd be bang out of order. Know what I mean? Bang out of order. Getting that white film on them, they've been sat there for so long. That in Scotland is known as Stúr, S-T-R-R, which is the kind of dusty thing that is there through age, through proper age as well. You know, when something's been there for ages, not just in a dusty room, fucking ages. Stúr, the Stúri Maduri. In the mood for something strong, what have you got? We have anything you want, Donald. Anything you want, mate. Did you know that people think the Greenlanders have been on the island for thousands of years, but they actually didn't migrate from what's currently Canada in the 1200s? Is that it? So it was only the 1200s they started living there from Canada. Did they walk? That's the whole thing now. Can you walk to Greenland from Canada? Where does it stop? Where does that frozen bit stop at the top? In theory, you could walk from Canada to Russia, couldn't you? Can you walk to Greenland? Could you walk to Norway? I don't know. I don't know these things. I need to know more about this. Feels like a rum night. It's always a rum night in bars. Some Mount Gay XO. Nice. Can barely see out of the windows. A serious amount of salt blew inland off the sea and coated everything. Right, I can barely see out of our windows, and it hasn't even been that bad here, to be honest with you. I know exactly what you mean. How do you look? Which I need to go and clean my car tomorrow as well. Definitely need to go and clean my car. Could barely see out of it the other day. Living by the sea, whenever it rains or we have weather like this, it just gets coated in sand. It's ridiculous. You can't walk to Norway. Well, you could. No, you can't, can you? Or is there a bridge from Denmark to Scandinavia? There's one from somewhere, isn't there? How far can you walk? Is it Svalbard, or is that even that? Is that still water? Ninja car wash. Could well be. It's needed. Although I don't need any more air fresheners, do I? Thanks to the lads at Transformotion. Got a load of them now. Load of them. But yeah, it is needed. I've even left... Shh, whisper it quietly. I've even left money in the car. Just so the next time I'm in there going past, I can quickly jump in. Get it sorted. Because it is absolutely despicably dirty and I don't like it. I don't like it. Just checking my boot's not open as well. On my keys, I can stand there in front of the car, pressing the button to open the boot for about 20 minutes and it doesn't work. As soon as I put them in my top pocket and cough, the fucking thing opens. So if I'm in the house and accidentally tap the key, that's open all night. I can't be doing with that. Not that there's anything in there worth stealing, like, but you know. Yeah, could do a full-on Jesus and walk on water. I'm working on it. Even the deepest winter, you can't walk from Svalbard to Norway, or even Jan Mayen. Is that the northernmost land? Is it Jan Mayen? There's something about that place, isn't it? Is it the northernmost? Is it not? It's not even the northernmost habited place, is it? Permanently habitable, but there is people living on there, I think. Or is that the one that's just like a bunch of rocks and they class it as an island? So technically, it's the northernmost. I used to know more about all this stuff, and now I can't remember. Donald will have a pint. Pint of rum? What? Greenland to Ellesmere Island can be done now. Can it be done to Ellesmere Port? That's what we want to know. Ali, 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 oh. No worries, don't run. Do not run. Don't need to rush. Don't be rushing. Not that I've got anything against Russians. If any Russians watching, let us know because we need more flags. In Soviet Union, stream watches you. Northernmost land is Coffee Club Island, north of Greenland. Northernmost land is Danish. I didn't. Do you know what? Yes. Have you mentioned this before on the stream? You have, haven't you? Leave the bottle. Leave the bottle. That's what you like to see. That's like an angry man in a saloon during the Western, isn't it? Give me 3 fingers of gulping whiskey. Leave the bottle. Go ahead. You might have, I thought so. Don't be a liver pud. Ugh, no. Yeah. You have mentioned it, and I seem to remember I googled it soon afterwards, and now I can't remember a single thing about it. How awful is that? That's my brain. My brain's gone knackered. Genuinely can't remember anything. Well, anything important. Where I put things. I've got shit everywhere in the house. Just obviously there's lights everywhere, there's cameras, there's cables, and every time I use one I'll put it down and think, right, I'll put that there because that's the right place to put it and I'll know where it is. 10 minutes later, where the fuck's that cable gone to? Where did I put it? And I can't remember. Even having a system doesn't seem to work. I'll have a drawer, got plastic drawers, a drawer for all the batteries and stuff, a drawer for all the cables, a drawer for all this, and you want a battery or a cable, nowhere to be found. It's not my brain, it's my age. It is, it's my brain and my age. Where's my glasses? On my head. That's what they normally are, aren't they? You spend ages going round looking for them. Even worse than that, I have gone round the house looking for something that I held in my hand at the time, which is ridiculous, but there you go. You are back. Ali's back. Back again. Ali's back. Ali's back. Ali's back. Welcome back. Are you okay? When you sold it, the Danish West Indies to the USA, now the Virgin Islands, yep. USA signed a document acknowledging the Danish claims to Greenland, but with the caveat that the UK would get first dibs on it. Ah, right. So if it does come up for sale, do you know what? I know you want to keep Greenland. I reckon you should tell Trump to sod off and then sell it to the UK for €1, and then we'll sell it back to you next week, but just to see his head explode like mine did. Imagine that. Sorry, we're not selling it. By the way, UK have just bought it for €1 and like a Twix or something. Something really stupid. Just burn his head out. And then we'll sell it back for €2 and tell Trump we've doubled our money on the deal. Bottle left. Definitely deserved. Well and truly deserved. How was the mangled badger? Is that what you kids are calling it these days? Mainly lurking today. No worries. Ali, do you want a bevy, lad? If you had to sell it, you'd rather sell it to the UK rather than Trumpistan. I get that. I just love to do shit like that. There's a book by Mark Thomas, 50 little acts of something it's called. I can't remember what it's called. Just pain in the arse things to do. Really funny. Little acts of social consciousness. In fact, I'm going to check it out now. Find out what it's called. If you get a chance to read it, it's brilliant. It gives you loads of ideas. If I could spell, that'd be just swell, man. Oh, sorry. 100 Acts of Minor Dissent. I've got it in the house somewhere, the book. Are you fed up with having your movements and details stored by establishment and big business? Do you find the inexorable growth of Daily Mail and UKIP problematic? So it's loads of little things you can do to fight back against all this stuff. It is absolutely superb. Mark Thomas, 100 Acts of Minor Dissent. Really funny. He's brilliant and I like him. You'd say it's fine. The badger's fine. The mangled badger is fine. Fancy for Ali. Yes, the comedian Mark Thomas, who's absolutely superb. He used to do a thing on Channel 4, the Mark Thomas comedy product, which was amazing. Yorkshire Water, I think at the time, were constantly having hosepipe bans, despite the fact that it's the wettest place on earth, because all the water was coming out of badly repaired pipes and things. So we turned up at their headquarters with a lorry tanker full of water with from the people of Ethiopia to the people of Yorkshire on it. Which was absolutely fucking amazing. I think he went to a McDonald's drive-through in a tank. Done all kinds of mad stuff on it. He also did the Killer Coke documentary for Dispatches on Channel 4. The reason which I will never buy another Coca-Cola product in my life. They are truly an evil corporation. So it's worth having a go. Is Radio 1 off? My Life in Serious Organised Crime. He's done some incredible stuff, Mark Thomas. His stand-up's brilliant. Him and Rob Newman used to appear on the same bill. If you listen to either of them, it opens your eyes about what's happening in the world. Mark Thomas also flew over Menwith Hill, which is, if you've been to Yorkshire, it's the radio, the listening station thing. It looks like golf balls that listen into all your conversations. And apparently there's not a no-fly zone over it. So he turned up there in a hot air balloon. Yorkshire police all over the place. Military police trying to get him. He just pointed out, you haven't put a no-fly zone over this. So we're not actually breaking the law. So he's just constantly going there causing trouble. He's brilliant, I love it. We've only got Tango. I've not been to Wholesaler. He was supposed to come here. Bastard. I'll let you know when you've been tangoed. Easy, Tiger. Yeah, for the hell of it, they did a survey last week asking if Greenland would rather be Danish or US. 86% said Danish, 6% said the US, 8% said don't know. Why would 6% say yes? It's not as if, I don't know, Cuba, for example, if they said it to Cubans where it's just, the US is there, you could claim, or it was sort of the same peoples around this area. Fucking Greenland and the US is miles apart. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's weird. Yes, Mandy saw a video about cat behaviour, and the video of Domingo is trying to disembowel a cricket ball. That's what they do. They grab whatever it is to the chest and use the back feet, like they're swimming. That's to disembowel birds and creatures and things like that. I haven't bought Coca-Cola since I first mentioned it. That and Nestle, to name another. Nestle are also evil bastards. The corporation that decided that water is not a basic human right. Coca-Cola did something similar in India, where they were sort of slant drilling into the water table and taking it all away from subsistence farmers. Subsistence farmers farm to live, not to sell, just to live. And you're taking all their water off them. Just fucking evil, man. No Nestle, no Coca-Cola. I suppose all corporations are just as evil as each other, but you've got to make a stand, haven't you? You've got to make a stand, mate. Man, he's just started book number 7. Book Club 7. Reach for the page. Yeah, go on. You purchased a wind-up mini torch. Well worth it. Especially with what's happened the last week or so with storms like that. If you can get a wind-up mini torch, keep it to hand. A few other things as well. A wind-up, you can buy wind-up radios, can't you? Just so you can listen to the weather forecast and things. Always worth having some of them. Might start leasing oxygen yet. I was just been watching before we started this stream a YouTube video about subscriptions, about how every single thing is now subscription based. BMW wanted to make a subscription to turn on the heated seats in the car that you went out and bought. £40,000 for a car or something, and it's got heated seats in them. You would have to pay a subscription to use that feature. Mercedes are trying to do it with all kinds of weird stuff. You have to pay £1,200 a year to speed the car up so you can accelerate quicker. Tesla, you had to pay a subscription to use the sat-nav. There's HP printers, you've got to pay a subscription, because if you don't, even though you might have ink in the back of them, full ink cartridges, they just switch it off. All this horrific stuff. Everything subscription. Doesn't matter if you buy it or not, you still have to pay extra every month. And then the Wall Street Journal did an article on it. People are sick of paying subscriptions, and the scale showed you it. You have to pay £4 a month to the Wall Street Journal because it's behind a paywall. That was one of the funniest things I've seen in years. There, people hate these things. By the way, you have to pay to watch this. Wankers. Would you like to see the video? Get it sent in. You met the dude who made the wind-up radio. Is that truth? Or are you just teasing us? What was his name? I remember him. Wind-up radio dude. Ordered a wind-up radio. Lovely jubilee. Lovely jubilee. Let's have a look. See if we can see this. One sec. I don't think I'll be able to show it on the screen, you see. We can try though. We can try. No, it's too. See what I mean? It's just too jaggedy, isn't it? Doesn't work with the videos. It works with just showing the screen, but it doesn't work with videos. Unfortunately, but it's nice that. I like that. Also yellow, of course. So you can see it a little bit easier. Good thinking. It is disgusting. Corporations are huge. It's stupid how everything has to be pay monthly. Even just silly things like I've got this YouTube channel as a bit of a side thing, as a hobby more than anything else. If I wanted to pay for everything that I actually need to use on a day-to-day basis, I wouldn't be able to afford it at all. It's ridiculous. So someone having an Apple TV that unmutes during commercials, they are absolutely horrific. Just bastards. Bayliss, was it Trevor Bayliss? I remember him. Just some old dude in his shed, wasn't he? Pissing about. I've made this that Africans can use to listen to the news that's going on that they actually need to know. And it worked. Brilliant. You need people like that. There's wind-up radios that charge phones as well. Oh, boss. Yeah, you want to say Trevor Bayliss? Like, see what you're like with names? Yeah, I just thought straight away Trevor Bayliss. So it must be the same thing. Cat behaviour. Is he trying to kill you currently, doing a figure eight between your feet as you're walking round? It is. He's sizing you up. The same way a snake lies next to you to see if he can swallow you or not. A drink for Jackie Lewis. Jackie Lewis. What about you? Evening, folks. You may have a drink, you may do. Tripping you up, marking you as property. Yeah. Has he peed on you, Jordan? Feeling better now. Glad to hear it. To hear it nice. Yeah, how's everything going on with the house and garden? Are we all alright? How's your roof? Right, we've also got the radio. That red one. Emergency wind-up radio with rechargeable USB phone charger. There you go, €17.65. That is a proper bargain there. Good stuff. That's something that we should have. Anyone that lives in a place where the weather gets as bad as it does where we are, definitely should get one of them. Jacqueline, Jinxie, Jungle, Juicy, Jonxie, Juicy, Jonxley, Jungly. Jizzy, no rum. Every time Jackie thought of you going outside, Donald, and pissing in the wind, it gave her belly laughs. Isn't that wonderful? Not how are you doing, are you alright? I was laughing at you pissing in the wind. Marvellous. Not been checked yet. Could be next week. Ooh. Ginger's crossed it's not that bad then. Hope we have a little bit of settled weather until then. Yep. So the pictures. Your rally gates took a battering, but your bush looked tidy. Fair play. You do try and keep your bush tidy. Has to be done. You never know who's going to try and slip around the back, do you? Steve-O. Steve-O. How you doing, bud? Arse to the wind. That was the Elton John B-side that never was, isn't it? Any hole's a goal. Fair play, fair play. We knew this to be true. We knew this to be true. Oh, by the way, I went to the post office earlier. I've been chocker the last few days, so I haven't been able to go anywhere really. So I went to the post office and Jackie, Ali and Kirsty, your stuff is on the way. Ireland, actual real Ireland, not that pretend island up north, real Ireland. I had to fill out a customs form. What's in it? How the fucking hell do you put what's in them? So it should be interesting. Hopefully it'll be with you in a few days. Yep. So all you lovely ladies and Jackie, your stuff will be appearing soon. Yep. Hello to Helen, Norfolk correspondent, doing remarkable work in the field. And our Ruby Roo, where are you? It's a nice cup of tea. Thermos because I'm worth it. And Jackie, yeah. Had to be done. If I can't take the piss out of her, who can I take the piss out of? Just right merch, yeah. I would like you to take this merchandise over to Republic Ireland, please. Yeah, of course. It's full of weird random shit. What's the value? Fucking pointless. Anyone else rips this open, they're going to be really, really disappointed. Not to spoil things for you, lovely ladies and Jackie, but you know what I mean. The fan club. I should have said that really, shouldn't I? It's fan club. It's for the peeps. Is that just clipped? Did it go really loud then for a second? Why is that done now? It's gone all a bit weird, hasn't it? The volume on this microphone. I don't like it. I tried to fix it. I don't like it. I might have to put a limiter on this. Can I do that live? Filters, yeah, go on. Put a limiter on. We'll call it limiter. Right, we'll try that. Hopefully it doesn't clip anymore. Ginger's crossed. Strange, very strange. I'm glad I know you're breeding. We all do. No worries, Ali. Thank you as well. It's just a little bit, not much, just a little bit. Drinks for the Norfolk folk. You're all woman, Jackie. You're all woman. Are you sure about that? Are you sure you're not like 25% Viper? 36% Honey Badger. I don't mean that in a nice way. So, Caspian saw the chart today showed most of Europe have had very little snow this season so far. Most of mainland Europe's close to 10 degrees Celsius warmer than usual. So we are very, very warm. And Texas is getting snow. There's something wrong there, isn't there? Oh, hello, Tomash.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
It's there. The folk of Northern Ireland. Oh, folk of North, sorry, not Northern Ireland. Must be drinking milky coffees. Should have labelled the envelopes and customs declaration BDSM gear. Well, with Jackie's name on it, they'd know that, wouldn't they, obviously. Oat milk, soy, almond, rice, coconut. I'm an almond milk kind of guy myself. Rubes is fast asleep and Helen's knitting. Lovely stuff. What are we knitting this time, Helen? What's next on the needles? Are you one of those that can drink coffee all day, or do you have to stop at some point? Guess we have to stop at 3 so you can sleep. Mad. What is a honey badger? You need to check this out. It's like a little aggressive, ultra aggressive little badger. Is it the Serengeti plain? It fights with lions and stuff. Lions don't like it because it just doesn't. It's got no fear of anything at all. Absolute lunatic animals. The most aggressive animal on the planet, I think. So obviously, immediately thought of you, darling, of course. Yes, did you say you bought a brick for the new stadium? I think quite a few people did. I never did as well. Pain in the arse, but yeah, I think quite a few people I know bought them. So hopefully, on the way there, I might be able to see a few names that I recognise. A badger made of honey. A honey badger does sound like a middle-aged man who's quite good with the ladies. I'm thinking Des Lynam kind of fella, grey at the temple. Hello, lovely ladies. Who's worked his way through the local WI. You know what I mean? Yes, a honey badger is something a dark lord dreamt up in a fever tree. Do you know what he is? What they are. A honey badger is Jeff's pet. That's the kind of thing it is. It's a Jeff pet. Jackie's just called Thomas a cow, I think. Oh no, cow milk. Cheese would do that to unsatisfied men. What? It's immune to snake venom as well. It doesn't care, if you remember rightly. They're just mad, aren't they, honey badgers? If you can, just watch a programme on them. You'll be absolutely blown away by how lunatic they are. They're fantastic. I love them to bits. Hello, how are you doing? IRB mostly knitting a headband, but with I-cord engine. If you know, you know. Is this an Apple thing with a beginning with I-cord engine? If the shoes fit, you'd know, wouldn't you, with your 17,000 pairs? The Imelda Marcos of Northern Ireland. You bought a brick being laid out this week out the back of the Ashcroft South stand. Mrs. Tom Forever Everton. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Can you hear me, Mrs. Tom? Evening, all you lovely people. What about me? Who said you could chat tonight, wife? Oh, here we go. There's going to be Gerda. There's only one person winning this one, and it's not you, Steve, I'm afraid, mate. Honey badger in Danish is Hönig Gravling. Honey Gravling. Honey Gravison. Who's on the couch now? Yes. Ruby's on there and Steve's on the floor now. Blue and white headbands. Of course, blue and white. Yeah, you saw the video of the first lot going down. Seeing that today, it was on YouTube as well. Size 6 on a good day. I could put 2 of them on the same foot. No, the other way around, isn't it? Pay no attention to Steve. I don't think Helen needs to be told that, to be honest. I think she's fully aware of when not to pay any attention to our Steve. Only one winner in that house. They're about £35, the bastard. £35? £1,000 for a cowbell. Yeah, I don't know what websites you're going on, Mandy, with the stones going down. But yeah, Mandy's watching lots of going down on the internet. Well said. Forgot to send Bowie head pic. I'll remind you later, but I'll forget, so remind me to remind you. I'll remind you, okay? A lot lighter than you. I should think so. £35, bloody nothing. Jeez, I'm over £200. Over £200. I haven't weighed myself today. I should do. Try and do. If I do it on stream days, then I get in the routine of doing it. What was I the other day? 15.6 or 15.7, I think it was. One or t'other. 15.5 stone either way. Went for a walk before dinner with your neighbour around your local lake. So much impassable with trees down. I can imagine, it's just mad, isn't it? When all that gets taken away from you. Just the ability to go for a normal little bit of a wander in nature. You'll forget. I'll remind you, don't worry. It's a colour mixture of pink, light brown, light grey and darker grey. Oh, pink, light brown, light grey and darker grey. That sounds a really nice combination there. No blue and white. If you want one, just say right, royal blue, not Ipswich blue, royal blue, obviously. Not cleared up yet. They're saving it for the 12th, aren't they? Any wood that comes down, just save it. We'll keep that for the 12th. Who manages Everton now? It'll be Davy Moyes. Davy Moyes. He's Davy Moyes. He had red hair, but we didn't care. Now he's Davy Moyes. You stumbled up on a live feed from Cooperstown pub. Is it Little Cooper's? Is it full of karaoke? Or am I thinking of somewhere else? Because if it's Little Cooper's, it's a fucking lunatic place. You can walk past it about 10:30 in the morning and there's just people hanging out of there singing. If it's the same one. Other day in the quarter-final is that, isn't it? No. Yeah, quarter-finals of the World Championship in handball. A Just Stop Oil protester ran in with a lot of glitter on the court. Players have to quickly clean it up. Well, that's what you should be doing. We should be cleaning the planet up. It's going to take 3 surgeons to move them. Not 4 or 5, just 3. 3 surgeons. Don't mention that place. Most of the down trees there are pine trees. Roots are too shallow. I mentioned roots the other day. You weren't here because you had no electric, but yeah. Some of the trees, or most of the trees that we have over here, the size of the tree at the top is about the same size as the root system underneath. That's why they're anchored so well. Which means it takes a hell of a lot of wind to push them over. Pine trees, on the other hand, if the root structure is really small and shallow, it's a bit easier to knock over. Still takes a lot to blow a bloody tree over them. Firewood for people. Bonfire wood for people in Northern Ireland. Read on the news feed. Yeah, it's something else. Cooper's Live. Not surprised. I know most places in town in Liverpool, but that if you come out of Liverpool Central Station, just walk straight ahead. There's a pub on the corner, the Midland. Walk past there to Clayton Square. Little Cooper's is on the right hand side. Fucking lunatic place. There used to be Big Cooper's on the Strand, which has been knocked down. It isn't there anymore. But we still call it Little Cooper's, even though there's only one Cooper's now. But it is mad. There's loads of places like that in Liverpool. And it's also a good place to go for a people watch. A lot of the pensioners get the bus pass and come into town, and they start off on, is it Hardman Street? I think they might start off. The first pub they go to has happy hour from 10 till 11. The one next door or down the road, 11 till 12, 12 till 1, 1 till 2, 2 till 3, and it works its way round in a loop. So the places are absolutely heaving all day long. Just full of twirlies, blue rinses. I say that twirlies, I'll be getting my bus pass soon, won't I? Colours sound good. Yeah, please send us a picture of the finished item, modelled by either Steve or Ruby. We don't mind. Seems how our Ruby was looking very, very 1930s film star with the scarf on the other day, looking into the middle distance. Are you getting my right side here? No idea what the council does with it. You'd think it's recyclable. You would think so, but it is council after all, isn't it? So they could do all manner of shite. Kindling for the 12th, you would have thought, wouldn't you? Just keep it all in a shed somewhere. And on the 12th, get your drums out. Get all the fallen trees out. One of them, off you go. Yeah. It's going to be great to see all those trees and fences. Yeah. It is. The pallet people won't be happy. They never are. Pallets cost an absolute fortune in the UK. And it's because they all get sent over to Ireland to be burned on the 12th. It's the business to be in, that now. It'll be too small for Steve-O's great big noggin, so it'll have to be either you or Ruby. Oh, harsh but fair. Harsh but fair. Looks like an episode of Shameless. Can't stop watching the old folk trying to get laid. That is pretty much exactly what it's like. Yeah, it's that kind of place. If you buy us a drink, I'll take my teeth out for you. Nah, you're all right, love. You're all right. You're all right. It was super wholesome. They all helped. Oh, yeah. Don't like the way they mess with everyday folks. The message needs to get out there, and it needs to be done in such a way that it does cause trouble, but there are ways and means. Although it was quite funny seeing all the right-wing media going mad about Just Stop Oil. If they stop ambulances, oh, they'll need to go to jail. They'll need to go to jail. And then the farmers were in town the other week, and they were stopping ambulances, and not a word has been mentioned about it. You know, it depends on who they are. Sorry, rich people blocking the roads. That's okay then. That's okay. That's okay. The pallets are worth a decent bit. They should be. I think you'll find Jeff is the word. Grease my ass. Oh, so you don't believe that grease is the word? Yes, but Jeff, that's disgusting. You're not going to go anywhere near us. I wouldn't either. Would you? No. He just dived over. Dive being the operative word. He sent me the link via Blue Sky. It's belting. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what you could have won. Where are we? Yeah, Little Coopers. Fucking hell, man. I have been in there a fair few times, has to be said. Karaoke 24 hours a day. Always a couple dancing who are not normally a couple, if you know what I mean. Aye. You're having that one, Dave? It is brilliant, isn't it? It is a mad pub, Coopers. If you ever get a chance, come to Liverpool, go in there. It's like the Star Wars bar. It's brilliant. Jeff is being very rude, Helen. Tell him off. I don't dare tell him off. Jack, you've spent all your life in mixed areas. Yes, different types of cars. You know what I mean? Friends from all walks of life. Look at you showing off. You're not biased. Shouldn't be. People are people. Religion. It's pointless. Worrying about religion. What's that got to do with anything? It's how you are. It's not where you're from, it's where you're at. Europe is now more green energy than oil, the other day, so that's a positive amongst all the bad news, Casper, it is. We have so much, I mean, we haven't got like Africa or South America have got, or the central areas where it's sunny all the time. Spain has, obviously, but we haven't got anything like that, but we've got so much wind and wave power in Northern Europe. We should, as an entire continent, be able to look after our own energy needs. Why don't we all do that? fuel is, or oil is at such a tipping point. Keep it for classic cars. Just use your own energy supplies. Make your own energy. They charge 30 quid a pallet for heavy duty ones if you don't return them. What? Mrs. Tom thinks she's got the flu. Excelled in her recent exams and is now able to prescribe drugs. Very handy if you live in Birkenhead. A growing market over there, I would say. If anyone wants anything, let her know. Domingo is adapting to his diet. Mrs. Tom, have you got any Mitsubishis there, girl? Jackie's grand. She is. Pain in the arse, like, but she's grand. Life's too nosy and you're too short to start excluding people. True story. 5'3", fucking hell. I think I might have been 8 when I was 5'3". You've got tons of wind and waves. We have loads and loads. There's no will to do it because all the media sources and all the people who are in charge are owned by the oil companies. But if there was, and they wanted to do it, they could make it happen. They just don't want to. And they won't tell us that. Because people would just say, well, this is wrong. We're not voting for you anymore. Backup solar farms in the Mediterranean. Loads of sun there. Loads of places as well. Yes, where's your nose stuck now, Jackie? Hey, where is it? Where is it? Yeah, actually, yes, Mandy, 100%. 30 quid for a pallet. Recycling enthusiasts turn them into designer furniture. What did he call it? Upcycling, isn't it? Upcycling. I'm upcycling this into that. It's going to cost me 90 quid's worth of tools and paint so I can remake something that looks like a 20 quid bit of furniture. Okay. Tomash is plodding on. Join the police. What? Ali's grand. Cheaper half the price. Bloody hell. Right, a couple of pictures coming in from Donald in Connemara. That doesn't look particularly good, does it? I would say that looks shoddy workmanship. Shoddy. Shoddy. Shoddy waddy. And as if that wasn't bad enough, this looked like my knee when I did me medial ligaments. Oh, no. Where are you? Come back, you. That does not look good. Considering they are wind farms, they're supposed to be there to catch the wind. You would think they would be stronger than that, wouldn't you? That took a hell of a lot. That's a proper storm knocking that down. I'm telling you that for free. It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Less than an hour from your house. That shows you that's not just a normal little... It must be windy on the west coast of Ireland all the time. You'd be used to it. That is not the kind of thing you get used to. That's just... You'd like to say that's a once in a lifetime kind of storm, but that unfortunately is a once a month kind of storm now. It is cray-cray and not in a good way. That's where all your power went, yeah. Quite lucky that it didn't just take off like a helicopter. Something that weighs that much. Mad. Saw a vid of the broken one earlier. Mother Nature, the power of Mother Nature is absolutely insane. Highest wind speeds recorded close to there, 183 kph or 114 mile an hour. Insane winds, insane. your chief engineering works brother's house was levelled. That's fucking mad, innit? How much power does it take to do something like that? Absolutely crazy. They were on the news. So funny. Oh, yeah, lovely. Absolutely hilarious having your house blown away. Evil sod. You proper are a honey badger, aren't you? Mother Nature, there's no stopping it, there isn't. The earth will do what it feels like doing. We can do so much. You can put dams in place to stop rivers overflowing and catch water, but if that wants to just give way, it will do. If it wants to get too windy to the point that you can't have anything, it'll blow bridges down. Earthquakes will throw entire neighbourhoods into a pit of the earth. It's mad. We can't control Mother Nature. You've got to work with it, not against it. Never cross a woman. Definitely not. Unless you're crossing her off in your phone book. TFC. Too fucking crazy. It was kind of fun. The roof creaks were interesting. Kind of fun in the being on a roller coaster kind of way, where your stomach's about to go and you're not sure what comes next. Not sure. You personally never seen so much damage in your 56 years. Stop looking in the mirror then. Stop looking in the mirror. I'm only joking. It's mad. It really is. I suppose this is a once in a lifetime kind. It is genuinely a once in a lifetime kind of storm, but we're getting them that are near enough once in a lifetime storms every month. It's stupid. Again, we've got about 30 years without seeing any trees blown over, and then every time we have a storm now, it will go off. What the? Yep. I didn't hear that piggly ding earlier. Why didn't I hear that piggly ding? I know I didn't hear a piggly ding. I pressed buttons the other day, that's why. Because I'm a feckin' idiot. Well, I'm going to press buttons now. Speakers, there we go. Done. I've just pressed buttons. The piggly ding came through a headset that I'm not even listening to. Me work headset. The one that makes me look from like H from Steps. Tragedy. Yep. Ah, that's what that is. That's what that mic is. Ah, right. I've just learned something there. Mad thing, fam. Poor Tom. He did need a break. He did. Been behind there for 40 odd minutes. Well, near enough. Did I press buttons on a jukebox? I might have done, accidentally. Right, I'll stop and start. Put it back on. Go on. See if this changes. Shout your orders. Get your orders into the bar. Drink. Feck. Arse. Girls. There we go. Jonathan Cash. Mandy, how was your area with the storm? Was Wales not supposed to get it too? It was, wasn't it? The northwest of England, west coast of Scotland, North Wales. I know the Isle of Man were pretty badly hit as well. My friend Zoe lives over there. And on top of that, she's got a boyfriend's not well. The 2 kids have got something as well, some kind of fever or something. When I spoke to her the other day, it was about 1:30 in the morning, and she's been awake since 3 o'clock the previous morning. So yeah, very heavy over there as well. So Ireland, Wales, northwest of England, west of Scotland, and Isle of Man all got battered everywhere. Big brass. I love Father Ted. Yeah, like H from Steps. He's a bit of a dick, isn't he, H from Steps? H with a small h. You are quite sheltered in the Vale of Clwyd. It does look quite sheltered, doesn't it? Despite the fact that it's wide open to the Irish Sea. It's got a huge range. Well, it's got 2 ranges, haven't you? Behind you. You've got the Snowdonia, Eruari, and Clwydian range, isn't it? So you are slightly sheltered, unless the wind comes from the north, at which point you are absolutely bollocksed. It was lovely in her utopia. Bigger than you thought? Which what? Who's bigger than you thought? The cloud base is low in the Clwydian Hills. Bit of half man half biscuit. Who also did Bottleneck at Capel-Curig, didn't he? Which is just round the corner. Capel-Curig. Which to me, when I first read it, I didn't know where it was. It sounded more like, I don't know, Somerset or Devon or something. But no. North Wales, just round the corner. You've had a few days of east winds, which are Baltic. They are literally Baltic. That's where they're coming from. Stuck between 3 mountain ranges and the Atlantic, so the wind and rain does some odd things. It must be mad. If you live anywhere near mountains or tall hills, it has such an effect on the weather. Whichever side of them you are. If you have a look at sort of the north of England, you have the Pennines going just between Manchester and Leeds, so Lancashire-Yorkshire border. We get all the warm, moist air coming in, and then the cold air comes in from the other side, gets pushed up in the air, up in the sky, and that's where the snow gets formed. But most of it lands over East Manchester and then into Yorkshire. So one half of the country is constantly covered in snow, and we just never get it. If we do get it, it is very, very strange. If you know what I mean. Hang on. Daughter. What does she want? What does she want? Didn't see the summer sun, never spoke to anyone. The caravan was on its own. We didn't have a telephone. That's why I've never liked the Mini. That's why I'm into Sleater Kennedy. Sleater Kennedy. Holidays when I was small, always in the middle of Bottleneck at Capel-Curig. Hello, Jess. Hi, Jess. Her hair looks lovely, by the way. She went to have the extensions moved up because her hair's grown, obviously. I don't know, you can tell me. Extensions, like I have extensions. But it means I got to see her. Wasn't that lovely? On a day when she was off, I still got to see her. I played her the Mank tune as well. She liked it. We have a winner. I ain't going where we are. I ain't going where we are. What does she want? Sky this morning. Let's have a look at the sky this morning. Just after 7:30 in the morning over in that there island there. Isn't that lovely? Look at that for a colour. Isn't that beautiful? Inky blue skies. Inky blue. With a hint of purple. A dusky purpley peach in the bottom there as well, so to speak. Lovely that. Look how good, how nice that is. That looks almost Northern Lightish. There has been plenty of activity as well recently. Looks like there's a bit of a haze in there, doesn't it? That's beautiful, that. Very nice. Very, very nice. Not very poor indeed. Not very poor indeed. Where is she? Can you get hair extensions? Steve, your beard's long enough anyway, mate. From your nose or ear there. Nose hair is long enough. Ooh, shots fired here, mate. Showed just the video you're working on, it's rubbish. It's not, it's great. Ears, you can have a comb over. Oh, proper. And a Bobby Charlton. There used to be a fella who drank in the same social club as me in Garston in Liverpool, who used to comb his hair from the back of his head. I'm convinced he was bald, completely bald on the top, and had like a Mick Miller haircut. And he used to scrape it forward and use about 4 cans of lacquer on there. And when he was walking, if it got windy, the front would start doing that, vibrating. The kids used to run behind him, doing stupid walks as he was walking to the bar. Oh, bite him in a minute, you. Horrible bastards as kids, weren't we? Buy a trimmer. Jackie's, she is classy, isn't she? No one's thirsty. I'll have a cup of tea, please, Ali Alio. In me thermos, because I'm worth it. Oh. Mandy wants a hot chocolate. Do you believe in miracles, Mandy? The hair is blending in well with the facial hair. I went at mine with the clippers the other day. I think I need to go over it again though. Thank you, Ali Alio, thank you. Can't beat a good cup of tea, like, can't beat a good cup of tea. It's good for the soul. I have drinking so much of it lately though. Went to bed last night at about midnight, I think it was. My ma was still in the front room watching telly, which is strange because she never is. She's normally in bed about 9 o'clock or something weird. And I got to 3ish, and I walked in there, she was still watching TV. She went, oh, can't sleep. Now I need a piss. As I take a thermos of tea to bed with me, while I'm watching me mash. A few slurps. If I wake up during the middle of the night, and I'm feeling dry as a bone, a few slurps. Does mean I piss like a racehorse though. I don't mean out in the street. You forgot to tip Thomas. Throw your tips at Thomas, ladies, not men. Oh man. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. I'm trying not to tremor. I'm suffering badly. It's weird, these tremors. Definitely weird. Did I tell you I stood up the other day off the sofa and I put my weight on my right foot and my left foot, which is the bad one, came up and then wouldn't go back down again and started tremoring, and I couldn't push my foot down onto the floor. So I had to stand on my right foot for what felt like half an hour. It's probably about 2 minutes, but it felt like half an hour before I could put my foot down, my other foot down, and feel secure. My balance is knackered this week. Better weather, I need to get out. I need to walk on the beach, and I don't care if I fall over then. You'll throw your tits at Thomas. Tips, yeah. I think you were right first time. Lash your tits at him. Steve-O's feeling good. I can hear that in my mind now. And I feel good. Doom, doom. Lovely pic of you have in your head now, of Donald, of course. What caused the tremors? It is the stroke. I don't know if it's the recovering part of things. The neural pathways being fixed, if it's that. It's part of the reason why I take the pregabalin as well, so that it doesn't hurt as much. The nerves are either waking up or they're getting fixed or something, possibly, I don't know. But it's horrible. I mean, normally it's not as bad though. I can stop it. It's not shaking as much. Oh, there you go, yeah. But it's not shaking as much. But at times today, I could feel it. It's weird when my left leg starts going. I especially sat at my desk. I'm glad I'm not in work, otherwise people will think I'll be up to no good. All you can hear is and me with a mad look on my face. Not good. Was I a flamingo in a previous life? I don't know. I might have been something. I still think I was a hyena in a previous life. I was trying to write a cartoony sitcom years ago. It was called Gay Pride, and it was about a pride of lions that are very, very camp. There's half the lions like sort of proper full-on Danny Dyer and Ray Winston, and the other half are really, really, there's a twig in me mane, get it out, that kind of thing. And in it, I had all the hyenas were Scouse, all the zebras were Geordies, obviously black and white stripes. I had all these things. The father who run the local pub, which was called the Croc, was Chris Akabusi. Chris the Nile crocodile, big, massive, wide, dead big happy fella, and if anyone annoyed him, instead of getting the bounces, he just ripped their head off, that kind of thing, you know what I mean? But all the hyenas were Scouse. They are the Scousest animal by far. Scraggly, annoying little fuckers with constantly laughing. Yeah, right, lad. One of them. Hyenas are Scouse. There you go. Yes, Ali, the nerve thing. And again, I don't know if I'm going to get any better at all than this. I might do, I might not do. I'm hoping I do. I'm going to work to it. The idea that I do, but I might not do. And if I don't, and this is the best I end up with, then I just work around it. Because I'll be in a better place than I was forevermore. But it would be nice to get better. At least better to walk further. I miss that. I miss running, I miss playing footy, but I just miss being able to walk somewhere without having to worry about where the bloody car is, you know. Nowadays, if I go anywhere, I have to be able to see the car pretty much. If I'm going for a wander, if I go on the beach, I'll park up on that car park because it's right over the road from the beach. I know where it is. It's not too far to walk. I certainly wouldn't walk from Southport to Formby like I would have done in the past. Not a chance. Nobody's sorry for asking. No, it's good to talk about these things because this is exactly what happens to you when weird shit happens to you. It affects everything. I don't think it helps the fact that it's on the left-hand side and it's the knee that I'm knackered playing football as well. I do need to try and get in contact with the doctor about that. Just see if there's anything they can do, or is anything I can do. Do I need to walk more at work? Do I need to walk more? Do I need to do something else? Do I need to build up the muscles, or would that be a recipe for disaster? I don't know. I'm going to buy a feckin' trimmer. I can. How often do I go to the kitchen or the toilet without knowing where my car is? Not very rare, or not very regularly, because my car's just there and I'm in the house. What I mean with that is, if I go somewhere, when I go to watch the Everton games, I know my car is just outside. It's not, I'm 3 miles away. Do I have the energy and strength to get back to the car, to somewhere safe? Which is why, as much as I'd love to go to the Peak District and then go and see the overexposed plane crash, it's 2.5 miles away from the nearest parking space on the road. So it'd be 2.5 miles there, 2.5 miles back. I can't walk 5 miles, and I couldn't get stuck in the middle of the Peak District because I'd be knackered. Whereas if it was park there and walk half a mile, I knew I could get there and I could get back as well, I'd be alright. But it's too far. Too far, man. It's good for me to talk about it, it is. It's also, it's good to get it off my chest most of the time. Just saying words out loud means I'm not keeping them to myself. But also, people need to know. I'm convinced, genuinely convinced, there's a lot of people around me that don't think there's anything wrong with me, or don't realise I'm actually very, very ill. Oh, he's alright. He goes and does his shopping. I know I do. He goes to the match, rarely. I've been to less than half of the games this season, but you know, I am still struggling. You forgot as well, Kirsty. Tips coming your way, Tomash. Helen, have we got any baking updates? Have you made anything recently? Get myself a pimped up a rollator. Rollator or what? What's one of them? No baking lately. Oh, but loads of knitting though, so potato, tomato, you know what I mean? You know, by talking to me that I'm not right. I'm definitely not right in the head, obviously. Everyone knows that. But it's, yeah. I do feel like I'm missing out. Like I say, I watch lots of YouTube channels of people going for walks and wandering around lovely places which are just down the road from where I live, and it annoys the life out of me. I love watching it because it's my only escape. I can't get out there, so I have to watch it, but it annoys me. Again, talking to my sister, who loves the Lake District. It's took me until I'm in my 50s and unable to walk to want to be able to do all 214 Wainwrights in the Lake District. I used to be fit. I could do it. I could probably go and do it in the space of however many years it takes. Do a couple a day even, because I was pretty much match fit at that point, but never had the interest. I'd rather sit on the sofa in the house playing on my PlayStation. Now I'd love to get out there and go for a walk. Walk to the top of a fen, touch the little thing at the top to say that you've been there, touch Wainwright, done, bang, knock it off, tick, boom, get home, your ma's got cake. But I can't do it. But if I do get better, more betterer than I am now, it might be something to look forward to. No sausage rolls. Oh man, Kirsty, why do you do that? Why you do that? Oh man, mini sausage rolls. Oh, I could dive into them now. Yeah, Jackie, people don't see the bad side of your back issues because normally it's pinned to the bed. That's why, isn't it? But people don't realise back problems, especially. If you do that and go, ow, oh, I've got a bad back, what you don't see is you can't do anything without moving your back. Doesn't matter what it is. Brushing your fucking teeth, your back's knackered. Going to make a cup of tea, spin it, stare in the spoon, your back starts hurting. It's bizarre. People just don't know what it's like to live with something like that. And back issues are all bad. All of it. Horrible. Alan, you've been very slack now. You've been knitting away. That's why I need that walking aid. I'm all right. I've got a walking stick. I ain't going. Would you like to see my German wood? Got me walking stick when I need it, but I don't. Well, in theory I don't. It's the power more than anything. Do I have the muscle power? The energy? Ballocks. Ballocks. There you go, that'll have to stay there. If you hear something break, it'll be that in a minute. Not slack at all, absolutely. Helen bought you a sausage roll home today after their morning out and about. Very nice. Yep, exactly. Busy woman. A busy working woman. Never stops. Donald's got his muffs out. It affects your head, shoulders, arms, legs, feet, mental health at times. I can imagine it does. People, again, it's a physical ailment, but it has such an impact on your mental health. How's your back? Is it still sore? Well, yeah, my back's still sore, but also my head's absolutely fucked. I haven't got a clue what's going on. They don't think about shit like that, do they? You want a bucket of tea? Do we want a bucket of tea? Bucket of tea. Nice wood. The one with wheels on it? No. I'd be flat on my face if I had one of those things. Nah, I'll be all right. Steve's got a long one for walking. I had to read that twice there, to be honest with you. When your back's at its worst, you crawl up the stairs and Alan has to lift your feet to the bed. It's horrible, isn't it? Absolutely horrible. I moan about it because I've had a bad back for a long time, and I just sit in a chair, which is not good for it, I suppose, but I haven't got a job like you where you're pissing stuff about all day long, physical. If my back's hurting, I can put a heat patch on and just sit in my chair, click, click, click for a couple of hours. Go and have a lie on the bed if I want to, because I'm working from home. So I shouldn't really moan about stuff like that. But it is horrible, isn't it? Where's your Zimmer frame? And Donald, where's your Zimmer? Yeah. Cost a fortune, them bloody things as well. A friend of ours has recently had a stroke as well. Well, I say recently, she was in hospital for about 7 months. She has to use a Zimmer. I don't think I'd be able to do it. I've only got one working hand anyway. That's why I couldn't have crutches. Spoiled. Oh, that's spoiled. Actually, works bloody hard. Helen looks after him now, obviously. Have the tent, it's well pitched. That's worth another matron. It's good to talk. It's good to talk. All right, Bob Hoskins. It's good to talk. You can get one from social services. No. I think what I need to improve my strength is relying on something, whether it's a walking stick, crutches, or a Zimmer frame. Doesn't do the muscles any good. I had to use, in the past playing football, I've had to use ankle straps. And then if you use ankle straps all the time, you rely on the straps rather than your muscles. So after a while, if you're not injured, you take them off and let your muscles build back up. I need to do the same with my legs. I need more muscles. My legs used to be okay. They're not at the moment. I need to get more strength in them. Whether that's not necessarily weightlifting, but you know what I mean? A little bit of weight, a backpack with a couple of very small weights in, and just stand all the time. Sit to stands, maybe that'll work, I don't know. Donnelly was bragging. His tent being pitched. Oh, hang on, just check whether the child's got back to me. No. Little shit hasn't got back to me. Oh, pre-order the Galaxy S25 Ultra. I'm going to have to. I was going to keep my normal phone that I've got now and just go for a SIM only, but I can't now. The S25 Ultra has a 1 terabyte memory, or you can get it with a 1 terabyte memory. Oh, fuck, man. I've got a 256 gig, is it? On mine at the moment, and it gets filled up all the time because I take that much video on it, and I edit that much video on there as well. But 1 terabyte, 4 times as much as that, and it films in log, actual log, which means I'll be able to get better cinematic footage and colour grading and things like that. So no matter where I am, in my pocket I will have a phone that can create top level cinematic shots, hopefully. Someone has to get it. How much is it? It is about £1,500 spread over 3 years. Very, very expensive phones these days, but it is absolutely incredible. The stats on it are through the roof. You ain't bragging. The tent is pitched in case the house got blown over. The house goes over and the tent stays where it is. Typical. It's called saying no. How do you know about that, Jackie Lewis? The job is lovely. The circumstances mean you're a mushroom, kept in the dark and shit upon on a regular basis. Yep. The mushroom treatment. Yeah, exactly. A tent in case your house gets blown down. Very Irish. Anyone seen Louise? I can text the Sherpas. I texted her the other day to see how she was, because obviously she wasn't here on Sunday, just to see if everything was okay, and she said she was feeling a bit fatigued, so might just be that she's feeling a little bit low on energy. But if you got a number or you've got it on Instagram, just say hello. Working life. It is working life. A need to know basis. When the shit hits the fan, we suddenly need to know where you are. That's what normally happens, isn't it? Where you live, most men or young lads say, well, mush. You're a grand mush. Mush gets used in London a lot, doesn't it? As just a random person, some mush. Also used in Liverpool occasionally. Along with head, which I don't think I've ever heard anywhere else. A load of heads walked in the pub. Bang gang of heads walked in, lad, know what I mean? Heads, head the balls, lunatics. You semi-naked, ass to the wind in a tent. Talking to yourself again, Jackie, are you? That's a hell of an existence, that. How did you, how did you see the storm out? In a tent, semi-naked, ass to the wind. You've heard headers, right, so it'll be the same kind of thing. Heads, we call them in Liverpool. A load of heads just walked in, lad. Watch out, a load of heads just walked in here. Similar thing anyway, aren't we? Northern Ireland and Liverpool. Hard when you're a lone ranger. To be honest, going to play for Rangers must be bad for anyone, especially on loan. No point, is there? Yeah, people shout heads of a slitter. It's in there somewhere. A slitter or a football comes toward you. As in, watch your heads, yes. Gowls are over there. I've heard gowls before as well. Some of the Irish vernacular is fantastic. It's funny as well. These things that you don't know anywhere in the world, there can be slang from all over the world. It's strange if it's said in the right way. You don't need to know what the word means. Just by the way someone says it, or by the context in which they're saying it, you can pick up exactly what they mean. It's bizarre that. I don't know if it does work with other languages. Joey, how you doing, bud? Jack, you've learned to live with it. Broad-shouldered. Carrying the burden, obviously. Oh, man. That's a good cup of tea. I think my ma was looking at me Smeg cups the other day. Where'd you get them from? Are they that expensive? No. You can have one. Oh, you're all right. You can have one. I've got 2 thermos cups and 2 Smeg cups. I don't need 4 things on the go at once. For the 5th time. What? You're doing okay to mess with President Trump and all these executive orders. Everyone's on edge because you don't know what's going to happen with jobs. It's fucking mad, isn't it? Saying this the other day, we should get to a point in anywhere in the world politically where the incoming person just doesn't spend all his time undoing what the last person did. At what point did he just go, do you know what? That's actually a nice idea. We'll keep that. Even though it's not what I really wanted to do in the first place. It's working well, we'll leave it. And it's that lack of sureness, I think, that people just, if you don't know what's going to happen in a country because the person in charge is a little bit, depends on what kind of day you get him as to what he's going to do. It doesn't work well. Does not work well. Big enough burden of the job yet without the unnecessary of other burdens. Absolutely. Yeah, he's a dictator at the point. Has that gone through at the moment where they're trying to get him a 3rd term? It's funny how you can't change the First Amendment because it's in the Constitution. Then as soon as he comes in, whichever amendment that one is, yeah, we'll do that. 3rd term, we can do that, not a problem. We can't change the other one that we want to keep because it makes money for us. Bizarre. We can't change the amendment. It's called a fucking amendment in the first place. It means it was amended. Mad. Yeah. Just got to be careful, mate. Be careful over there. Hang on. That didn't go piggly ding again, did it? Why didn't that go piggly ding? I need to fix this week. It didn't go piggly ding. Anyone else want to go behind the bar? You can do, let me know. Why is he offering 8 months' pay to get rid of people? What about aging out? Yeah, already trying to end birthright citizenship, which is unconstitutional, according to the 14th Amendment. Does he actually know about these things, though? Despite the fact that he's already been president once, does he know what these things actually mean? How would it work with him? It hasn't piggly dinged. It's mad. I'm going to have to really look into this. Wasn't his mum living over there illegally? Does that not make him illegal? Musk was living there with his brother illegally and working there illegally. Does that mean he has to go? It's all crazy. Saw the news that he put barbed wire on the wall or the fencing at the Mexican border. That's not going to stop people. It makes it look really good to your supporters, though. We're building a wall. Why? You can tunnel under walls. You can fly over them. You can do all kinds of mad stuff. You can sail round them. The 8 months pay thing isn't even funded. Only Congress can appropriate funds. Is he just making stuff up and hoping that it goes through on something? Gulf of America. Has there ever been a more thin-skinned person than Donald Trump? Has to be the best at everything. I'm the tallest president in history when, I don't know, who was it? It was about 6'8". There's someone else, wasn't it? I'm the fastest runner. Just fucking stupid. There's money in chaos, there is. And also, again, the Russians are doing it all over Europe especially, but also North America. Because they can't win a war. The only thing they can do is constantly cyber attacks. Cause as much trouble as possible. Cause trouble to infrastructure. Try and splinter off as much of Europe as possible. And then once you've done that, pay for the man in the White House. There's money. There's always money there. And you got your little agents of chaos like Nigel Farage, Aaron Banks, Andy Wigmore, all them lot. They'll quite happily take the money and cause as much shit as they can in the UK because their puppet masters tell them to. That's what he's doing, just making stuff up. He's got a GOP, Congress and Supreme Court, so he's saying he has a mandate. Essentially making him a dictator, yeah? Nothing can stop him. The whole point of having a Congress that's made up of a mixture of people, and the Supreme Court as well, a mixture of people from either side of the political divide, is to try and stop this thing from happening. Dictatorships don't work. Well, they do, but the dictator normally gets richer and richer, as do his family, and the people who he's dictating to don't. Casper, just taking the call, no worries, mate. But he's another one, I suppose, similar to the likes of Musk and people like that. They've never been told no. It's always been, yes sir, yes sir. I want to do this, yes sir, yes sir. Someone needs to stand up and say, no, you can't. What did you say? I said, no, you can't. People need a mate like that. When you're starting to act stupid, or just say to you, don't care how rich you are, just fucking grow up. Wind your neck in. Stop being stupid. And no one will do it to them. Can't say you disagree with all that Musk said, but you're suspicious of the timing. I don't believe a word he's ever said. I've said this before, haven't I? He's a dickhead's idea of a genius. He's a salesman, same as Trump. The salesman, that's all he are. Everyone thinks he invented electricity. That's what I've heard. He invented electricity. Well, no, he didn't. The electric car, yeah. All cars were electric before the internal combustion engine was designed and built. Before that, they were all electric. None of them were Teslas. He invented the Tesla. No, he didn't. He bought the company. It was already an up-and-running company. He invented space travel. He fucking didn't. He bought SpaceX. That was an up-and-running company. He was involved, he set up PayPal with his mate, didn't he? Which was a good idea. Which got out of hand, and he made his money, but he's not a genius. He's a fucking sociopath. And you shouldn't go around. Doesn't matter whether it was a Roman salute or a Nazi salute. That salute is from the fascists. People fought against that. Not just UK people. Lots of people from the States, from Canada, India, Poland, New Zealand, Australia. Lots of people fought against people that made those particular gestures. And to see people over there now doing it, and TikTok apparently is full of people saying, well, I'm going to do it as well because there's nothing wrong with it. Fucking idiots, man. Claims he made PayPal, Tesla and SpaceX. We bought all three companies and hired folks to do the hard work. You provide the money, other people provide the brains. Doesn't make you a genius, makes you rich. That's how revolutions start. Up their workers. Yeah, Musk is in the gaming world and he paid people so he can be in the top 20 and got caught lying about it. Diablo, he was in the top 20 in the world in Diablo, and people watched him live streaming playing, and they were going, this man hasn't got a clue how to play this game. He must have people playing for him, stat padding. How insecure do you have to be to do that? Can you not just say, I enjoy playing this game? I'm not really good at it, but I could buy and sell you a trillion times over, so shut up. That'd work for me. Yeah, many countries that gesture is a jailable offence, as it should be. And again, it annoys me. I remember I went to school in the 70s and 80s, especially remembering that. I knew people in the Netherlands that lived through that were occupied. Enschede, where I live, was on the east border, the border with Germany. When they came into the country, they came through the likes of Enschede. People there who I met who were still alive were kids during it. And they were eating tulip bulbs and living in fields just to stay alive. They would never ever forgive or forget. And then to see someone just wandering around start doing all that all the time, it's making a mockery of what actually happened. There's veterans over there in the States, you see them with the hats on and the flying jackets and things. I mean, not many of them, not many, if any, from World War II left anymore, but up until recently there were people. And how would they think? Risk their lives fighting against these people, and now all of a sudden that becomes the mainstream view of an entire nation, according to what you see on TV. We know it isn't, like, but just, it's fucking horrible. It means something. You saw a not see flag driving in your neighbourhood. Gone mad, haven't he? Yeah. Vets are all nearly 100 years old, they probably hate it. Yeah, imagine that, just actually going out there and fighting against what people are now doing. Try and explain to them what you're seeing. And then get told that, you're making it up. Didn't actually happen. Because some fella on the internet said it never happened. Bollocks. Yeah, they're taking the free kick now, and petting a big dog is a no-no. Definitely. Tony Adams will be alright. Ref. But beyond that, be careful. The world's gone mad. And my daughter's gone quiet. Yeah, I had to reinstall Facebook. Gutted. Going to give it another week and then bin it off again because it's horrific. Some of the stuff that's on there at the moment. Luckily, I've not seen any of my sister's shite on there yet. But it was handy. I managed to get in contact with Gary. I'm in the right place. Steve, did I tell you? Have I told you, Steve? Or did I show you the picture? The good thing about this south stand, even though it's fucking like that, like, careful, even though it's proper steep, there isn't like one railing. There's every single time you step up, there's a little sort of a hooked banister on either side. So getting up or getting down will be dead easy. So it's going to be sound. But it looks amazing. The view from the seat that I've picked looks very similar to the view from the seat that I'm in now, but much better. So it's going to be fantastic. And August, the season starts, so it's not going to be too long now. Genuinely isn't. Before we know where we are, we'll be there. So expect a few ninja streams that will not be in the car. They will be from wandering up and down. Hopefully we'll get to see Tom's his brick that's being laid. Be able to get that on there. Go and stand by the river, waiting for the games to kick off, see if there's any ships coming in. And going out again. Because there could be times when Everton games are on and we'll have warships coming in, which happens quite a lot. And things like the Queen Mary, all the Queens were in the other year, weren't they? all three were in at the same time. Be able to see all that, just stand and let you watch what's going on live. I'm looking forward to that. A pre-season friendly at the new stadium would be fantastic as well. Never bothered with Facebook, a waste of time. Donald, it is, mate, it is absolutely awful. The only people that you get on there at the moment are just right-wing nutjobs, conspiracy theorists, and the Prosecco Huns, which, if you don't know what they are, is that bastard's been cheating on me again. He's no good. They're all snakes, hun. They're all snakes. Go and get yourself a Prosecco Hun. Inbox me, hun. Fucking Prosecco Huns. Bastards. Just non-stop. Live, love, laugh. All that shite. Did we exchange numbers? I didn't. He was at work. I was at work. I was trying to sort out my season ticket, which I got done. That's £800 gone. Thankfully. 800 fucking quid, but I'll get my money's worth out of it. And I'll see them the next home game. Is it Saturday this week? The next home game? I can't remember. When is it? It'll be there at some point. Day before yesterday was 80th year. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I've seen it on the telly. Half-time ninja streams on the wraparound concourse. Tom's what? Yeah, we can do that now. The wraparound concourse. We can go and have a chat. Just go and ninja. I love my break. £99 worth of engraved stone, which is a really, really shit Jay-Z song, isn't it? Louise, Lulu Bell, how you doing? Morning all. It must be time to wake up and go to bed. We were just talking about you. How you doing? How's things? 38,000 feet up on Mount Pendle. How the Sherpas treating you? You're all right? Got Kendall mint cake in a very pretty tin. Romney's Kendall mint cake. Made in Kendall, actual Kendall. Just in case you need it. You left Facebook when everyone's parents started to join back in 2009, 10ish. Yeah, I am someone's parent. I don't think I was when I joined them. Or maybe I was, I don't know, I can't remember. Yeah, I was actually, of course I was. So they give Jamie Carragher his brick, isn't it, boss? So funny. Was it once a blue, always a blue or something? Ali, you're on Facebook but not on Instagram, TikTok or Snapchat. Yeah, TikTok's just weird, to be honest with you. Went to a stage where I could spend about 9 hours on there, and now just a couple of seconds I have bollocks to it. Instagram's alright. Snapchat, you just need to know people, otherwise it's shit. Someone's flying on a motorbike in the background all the bloody time. Mate, it is a lovely tin. Part of the reason why I like it so much is stuff like that. I love things like that. Proper old school stuff. If you have a look out just towards the right hand side of that there, under the E of Kendall, I think you can see there, where it's shining. That's where Louise lives. Just right up there. On Mount Pendle. Sugar mint it is. Very heavy in energy, isn't it? Not good if you sat in the house, just sat at your desk, but if you're actually climbing a mountain, much needed. Maybe not just now. Oh, you're alright. How are you feeling in yourself? It's there anyway. Just when you need it. Just when you need it. Yeah, tell him to feck off. Yeah, funny how Trump was the one wanting to ban TikTok in the first place, and now he's saved it so he can sell it to Musk. That's all it was. That's all it was. Stuff like that. Do you want to keep the mass media, the mass global media, which it is now, in the same hands, which is a handful of very rich American billionaires? Not really global if it's just a little small cabal that are owning it. So we need to be careful. We do. Yeah, are you okay, Louise? Are you all right? Yeah, how are you in yourself? You're all right. Is it too many duvets? Is that what it is? Are you suffering from 10.5 TOG disease? Are you overheating? You're not suffering from HACE or HAPE, are you? The high up. That's high altitude cerebral edema or high altitude pulmonary edema, for those who are wondering. If you don't know what edema is, she was Patsy's mate in Absolutely Fabulous.
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
Very poor indeed. Patsy and edema. It's not even her name. Morning, Jackie. Jackie will be on the floor now. Wake up at about 4 o'clock in the morning. What happened there? Just old and tired. No, you're old and tired. Behave. We're all youthful. I was only thinking this yesterday or the day before. There's a thing on Talking Pictures TV, Out and About. Is it Jack Hargreaves? And he was out and about during the 70s, I think it was. Must be the 70s. And he was with this fella, this septuagenarian. And it was a really proper doddering owl bastard with his tweed jacket on, taking this fella fishing. And he fell asleep 4 or 5 times during the day out. This man's in his 70s. My mum and dad are in their 70s and don't look anything like he fucking did. We've changed so much as a society. When I was young, people that were in the 50s looked old. We don't. We look cool, man. I mean, I'm wearing an 8 mile radius t-shirt and a bucket hat. Do I look 51? Do I? Checks the chat. Apparently, yes, I do. Yeah, we're not though. We're youthful. We're vibrant. Steve, you look old. No, you don't. You don't look old at all, mate. Not having that. We have got a group of people who look fantastic and do not act or sound or look remotely old. We're youthful. We are the generation that skipped forward. That's what happens. 49 and a half. Or in my case, almost 49 and 4 halves. Well, more than that, isn't it? Can't work it out to me fucking head out on bad things are. 52 coming up. 52. How did that happen? Well, what happened is you were born in 1973, you're half-wit. Oh yeah, of course. That's how it happened. But if it wasn't for the stroke, if it wasn't for the knee injury, if it wasn't for all that, I'd still be playing five-a-side footy. I'd still be proper giving it loads. So I know inside me, there's a fit lad waiting to get out. And it's not Jeff. We're grand. We are grand. We are. We are the generation. As your dad says, he's 70-10. Your dad looks fantastic as well, Steve. Good bones, man. Good bones. Good genes. That's where it comes from. If you let yourself get old, you will get old. Like John McAnally from The Searchers, the guitarist, played footy with us, five-a-side footy on a Thursday, until he was 78. His brother, who is now probably about 77 or 78 himself, still plays Sunday League in the Vets League in Liverpool. In fact, he might even play in the Vets League. He might play in the sort of the open age category at times. Plays right back. Really good player as well. Because he doesn't feel old. He doesn't let himself get old. Good Wranglers, of course. Your dad is -2. He started counting backwards at 40. Doing well, though. Heading in the right direction. -2. Get hell, man. We're a different kind of society nowadays anyway, because we know more about food, we know more about health, we look after ourselves a little bit better. There's not as much smoke in the air like there used to be, not as much fumes around. People exercise a bit more. We don't drink as much as we used to as a society either, funnily enough. So we're living that a little bit longer, and we look better for it. Like I say, this fella genuinely was in his 70s, and he looks like someone who's in his 90s now. Frail, kept falling asleep. Well, I'm in my 50s and I keep falling asleep. That's nothing to do with that. But as soon as he got him near the river, the flies come out. Fishing flies, by the way. And he was giving it beans, giving it absolute vagines. Loving it large. Little bit of, yeah, Benjamin Button. We are all Benjamin Buttoning at the moment. Really hard to find birthday cards until the Jeff birthday cards come out. You're 60 next year. It's okay, 23 months to go, but it's still next year. Ah, what? How's that work? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Having the December birthday, it works out that way. Isn't that mad? The pinch. You have to change your avy on here, won't you? All grey hair. Do you want to let me walking stick? But, I mean, 60 and 23 months, you don't look it, you don't act it, you don't sound it. We've changed completely. As a society, we have changed completely. Yeah, don't look a day over 59. I'm not. 60 is a new 30. It is now. I'm convinced we're younger than we used to be, which makes no sense, but we certainly are. Well, 40 was middle-aged, wasn't it, back in the 70s and 80s? If you're 40, you were middle-aged. Fellas started wearing cardigans, pottering around the garden, driving Rover 400s and wearing them gloves with the raffia backs on them. People in the 50s now are just climbing Everest, going base jumping, travelling the world, in the gym all the time. We have changed. It's mad. Just get a 2 birthday card and a 1 turn sideways. That'll work. Yeah, 58. How did that happen? So 30 is that? What's 40? 40 is the new 21. 30 is the new 18. That's how it works, I think, isn't it? 50 is the new 25. Yeah, we've started something now. We've started a revolution. Up to 50s. Yeah, man, you don't look a day over 57. Nah, Mandy looks well, actually. Looks youthful. Definitely youthful. He's only a young lad, absolutely. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it, Mandy. You're old, it's better than the alternative. But yeah, age is, I think a lot of it is to do with the state of mind as well, your attitude to life. Do you feel old? Do you act old? Do you look old? Do you be old? If you don't, and you just go, bollocks to it, I'm not asked. I'm not letting life tell me when I'm old. I'll do it on my own terms. You don't come across as being old. We have a group of lovely ladies and dapper gents. That's what I'm saying. With the occasional proper youthful personage in there as well. But yeah, we're not old, man. We're time served, is what we are. Can't remember the 21st. You're on the lash for a month. I remember my 21st very well. we were in the Rose of Mossley pub in Mossley Hill in Liverpool doing a pub quiz on my 21st. Bizarre. My 18th was spent with my granddad. My 18th was in the days, it was a Sunday, and it was on the days when pubs used to close. So they'd open from midday till 3 o'clock and then back open from 7, I think it was, till 10. We ended up in the Buffaloes Club in Garston, having a stay between on my 18th. My nan and granddad were in there. My mum's mum and dad were in there because they used to live over the road. And I was with my granddad, my dad's dad. And it was brilliant. Loads of our fellas just sat in there having a beer with them. I actually feel like I didn't miss out at all on having a stupid 18th or a stupid 21st, which could have easily done. Could have easily gone into town and got absolutely wankered, but just stayed on a beer with the Owl lads as boss. We are the Coopers Live online pub. We are, mate. We are. 18th was watching the Carsley Derby at Goodison. 21st watching Hatton v Mayweather in the Fruit Bat pub in Reading. What? That's a proper... That's two things to remember. The Carsley Derby was fantastic. I remember that. I remember it well. I think I might have been 74 at the time. You don't remember your 21st? Not sure if that's a good sign or a bad one. I'd say it was a sign of a good night out. But you can do it when you're 21, can't you? Get out on the smash. Can't do it now, Gail. Can't do it now. Good night, Jackie. That's part of the reason why birthdays don't really mean much when you get to our age either. When you've done your 18th and your 21st and you've proper been out in town when there was no camera phones and all that kind of stuff and you could do what you wanted to. Just your 39th doesn't cut the mustard, your 51st doesn't, so just another day, man. Not like a day it used to be. You had an 18th party, you haven't drunk Bacardi since. That's when you know you've had a proper night out. If a one particular drink you cannot drink for the rest of your life, you have absolutely smashed it. You can't remember either. It's not your thing. You most likely went for a meal with friends, that's it. They're better, them, to be honest with you. 21st is very special in the UK, Casper. It is traditionally, the 21st used to be the key to the door, is what they used to say. So it's a really big birthday. 18, 21, and then you're 30, 40, 50 and stuff like that. But it's a massive thing. It's supposed to be that change. 18 you become an adult, but 21 you become a real adult. Birthday isn't that long after Christmas, so you just extend the Christmas piss up. Wouldn't even attempt a fraction of the amount of drinking now, you'd be destroyed. Exactly. Absolutely. On your 18th birthday, locals, landlord made you go behind the bar and work. Speaking of which, get behind that bar and work now, Louise. In spirit only. Alright, in spirit only. Yeah. And if anyone doesn't know, we actually have a picture of Louise on her 18th birthday working behind the bar. There you go. That's her. On her 18th birthday. 20 years ago. Actual, factual proof. I worked in a pub lived in a pub when I was 18. So the idea was to get out of our pub and go somewhere else. And where did we go? The pub. Steve had a huge 18th party at a local village hall, which was quite big. You had a coach from Cromer to get most of the people there. Oh, that's boss, that, mate. Proper party. Did you have any glitter cannons? That's the main thing, though. Did you have glitter cannons? Were any there? Were they invented? When were glitter cannons invented? They can't be that old, can they? These ones, anyway. Not like party poppers or anything. Proper glitter cannons. When were they invented? Would they have been around for my 18th? I want to know. Rosala, everybody's free to feel good. That's a blast from the past, that, isn't it? Why do I know her? Was she on something? I don't mean was she on something, I mean... Did she appear on something? Was she on The Word or something? Louise, you only had enough friends to maybe fill a taxi. We're not having that whatsoever. Oi, not having that. I'm sure you had enough friends to fill turf more. Tough. To fill tough. Glitter cannons. Smashes bottles. It's more like it, smash bottles. Party poppers that go pop in the night, yes. Welcome to the house of fun. Now, we've all pretty much come of age, haven't we? What a tune, man, what a tune. Yeah, so there's party poppers back then. I can't remember there being proper glitter cannons. That must be a 90s thing. Got to be. Starting off then 90s. Used to hate party poppers. New Year's Eve in the pub. The little confetti shite, not confetti, like streamers, aren't they? Little streams of crepe paper were awful. And then the lids that were on there looked like the thing that you used to get in Smarties tubes. Trying to clean them up was an absolute ball ache. Days afterwards. Every New Year's Eve was the same. And we had to clean the pub ourselves, obviously. Couldn't have people coming in at 8:30 on a New Year's Day, could you? We had to do it ourselves. The good old days, you know. Beach bonfires were great crack. Can't do that anymore here, unfortunately. Yeah, all the old people think they'd spotted 10p on the floor, falling over trying to pick it up as well. Do it everywhere. Steve had a lot of friends and family in those days. There were over 100 there. That is right. Telling you, mate, telling you. The good old days. Of course, it was weird for me living in a pub. Just, if you had a birthday, there was hundreds, if not thousands, of people that used to come in the pub. So it felt like it was a massive celebration. It just wasn't. But you end up with loads of beer bought for you. Although I used to wind people up all the time. You look happy. Oh, yeah, I am. Why? So I'm 26 tomorrow. Or I'm 26 today. Oh, yeah. Oh, brilliant. Buy yourself a pint. Go ahead. Oh, cheers. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday. You said you were 26 today. I am. I turned 26 6 months ago. You fucking idiot. I hate you. Cheers for the pint, lad. Because I was a knobhead back then as well. But yeah. When we're confirmated, you're told now you enter the adult rows. That's between 13, 14 or 15 years age. Age restrictions of fags and bows are fairly recent. 18 isn't as important, but it's becoming more and more. All right. With us, it used to be, was it smoking? Or pleasures of the flesh was 16. Driving, 17. Alcohol and smoking was 18. So those are your first three big ages, and 21 is just a traditionally big birthday for us. Signifies the real start of your adulthood. That's funny. Yeah, 21 today. You've got the key to the door, 21 today. Like you were only trusted to have the key to the house when you were 21. Nowadays, Fridge is full. Put your PlayStation on, order a pizza. I'm going to Falaraki for a month. Bye, Mum. You're 14, you can look after yourself now, can't you, love? Don't burn the house down. Bye. Bring us back a fake Lacoste t-shirt, ma. The world's changed. Again, this is the same as the age. We're older, but we're younger. Just because the way we've grown up. The kids who are hitting 18 nowadays, I find, my daughter's fairly grown up, but I find them, a lot of them are very immature compared to what we used to be. Like, I'd run my dad's pub when I was 14 and 15. You wouldn't have that nowadays because you can't leave a child in charge. I wasn't a child. Even though it was at that age, I was a bit more grown up. I think most kids were around that time. Is that because of how we were brought up? The circumstances we were brought up? Don't know. But I was far more mature at 14 or 15 than a lot of these kids are at 18 and 20, to be honest with you. Mandy just googled party poppers, unknown for invention date but over 100 years old. Say what? You used to be able to buy booze and smokes at the age of 12 or 13 because you looked older than you were. People used to get you to buy stuff for them and give you a can out of a 6-pack as payment. That is enterprising. That's good stuff. I like that. Pleasure of the Flesh is 15 there. Driving 17 and a half. Has become so in the last couple of years. Alcohol is 16 for beer and cider and 18 for hard liquor and cigarettes. Different. Not much different, but just a little bit different, isn't it? Drink anyone. Can't guarantee you'll get what you order. Eyes wide shut. If you're ordering eyes wide shut, we'll have to put an 18 up in the corner. Remember what a film that was? I've not even watched it, to be honest. Tom Cruise, wasn't it? I struggle to watch anything with him in it. Naughty Donald, naughty. It was, but yeah. End up with a pile of cans in a day. That's enterprising, man. Anything in a bucket for our Mandy. Anything in a bucket. How about a brushie? Are we getting to that stage yet, or do you want a hot chocolate? Do you believe in miracles? You looked so young at 16 when the age for cigarettes still was 15. You had an older looking 14-year-old buy you smokes. That's when you know you're baby-faced. Steve, your scratch is calling. No worries, mate. You go and get yourself in bed. Morning, Steve. Hopefully get a decent night's sleep, bud. I know the feeling. I had a lie-in this morning and I felt knackered. A proper lie-in. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Can you imagine that? 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock in the A of the M. Still hot chocolate weather. It is, but it's not that bad, man. D. That doesn't even feel like cold air coming in. This has been a nice day. It's been a good day. Oh, you bastard thing. Good night, Norfolk folk. That's our Steve, Helen Norfolk correspondent, doing remarkable knitting in the field, and the rubes. Looked 20 at the age of 12, could grow a full beard, started shaving at 9 or 10 in the morning, and was still going at 5 o'clock in the evening. So, yeah, it's funny as well. If you look older than you are when you're young, you tend to not look as old as you are when you get old. I think, so be careful, Casper, being baby-faced. You might look really old by the time you're at about 40 or 50. Just seems weird. It's weird for a lot of people as well. We had a lad who came to our school who was an Indian from Canada. Afros Ritzvi. Afros, if you're watching. Hiya, mate. He won't be watching. Who, at the age of 14, I mean, alright, I was 6'4", so I looked massive. He, at the age of 14, wasn't that tall, but he had a full-on massive moustache. I mean, like a proper, full, bushy, fucking proper man moustache, 70s porn star tash. Just fucking mad. Different folks, man. Last time you were ID'd was 27, when 18 would have been enough. Proper baby face, Casper. Grey hair started at 15. Ah. Cheers, Louise. Can I have a flirt with that? You want to flirt with that, love? There you go. Your parents both look younger and you're aging just fine. Many think you're still under 30, or you think you're under 30. Fair play to you. Just warning you now, though, 42, you'll suddenly look like you're 70. Because you've had your benefits when you're early on. Now, you see, if you look 30 when you were 18, you look 30 when you're 50. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. And then the only other thing we can say is, if you live near mountains, you look much younger than you actually are. As our Mandy and our Louise will show you. Must be the mountain air. Must be good for you. Which means I'm knackered because I live at sea level, beach level. The highest things round here are the fella who sits on Lord Street drinking his cans of special brew, his champagne. Yeah, apart from that, what's fucking Pendle? Mount Pendle, 38,000 feet up. It's just over there. You can see that all the time from wherever you're at. Or, where else? Where else is round here? That's tall. Rivington Pike, is that probably the nearest one that's big? Otherwise, you are going to lakes over there. North Wales over there. Yeah, I'm flat as a witch's tit where I am. Even though they say I'm 5 metres above sea level. Bollocks. There's not 5 metres difference between here and down there. Donald, your mountains are too far. Donald, where's your mountains? Only a few miles. That's good enough. Regular sea air sandblast facials. Do not be Googling that because you'd be surprised what will come up. Mandy's regular facials. Filt. When your dad was 50 and a hardcore alkie, many still thought he was max 40. Once some drunk even asked if he was your older brother. Right, so it's your genes over there, they're not very youthful looking genes. Lean into them, man, lean into them. When you're in your 50s or 60s, board shorts, skateboard under your arm, see what happens, you'll be alright. Tony Hawk can do it, you can do it. Salty, sand-blasted face, yep. That'll do it for you. And there's no getting out the way of it at all. One guy used to argue a lot with in class in school, always threw baby face at you, like it was some kind of bad thing, you know what I mean? Ah, you look young. Yeah, well done. And that's it. Yeah, well done. Bell end. Morning, Jackie. How's the volume been on the mic tonight? Has it been all right? Has it been all over the place? Has it been cool and schmool and beef? Have I sounded like a 3 a.m. radio DJ? This is for all you truckers out there. How do you think it's grand anyway? You think everything's grand. It's a nice way to be. It's a nice way to be. What? Thorn in My Side by the Eurythmics. Not as good as The Boy with the Thorn in His Side by the Smiths. And it is over past 9 o'clock in the evening and Dave Stewart is on my screen. Have I not told you that that's not good luck? I can't see Dave Stewart on my TV screen. This might not count as being a monitor. Bad luck comes whenever I see him on my screen after 9 o'clock. It's not right. It shouldn't be allowed. He was and still is quite a dim fella. One of those people that could eat like a pig and never gained any weight. Prick. Yeah, I used to be like that. Very, very fast metabolism. And unfortunately what happens is when you stop exercising completely, your metabolism doesn't really know what to do. So you end up putting a bit more on than you should do. And that's despite the fact that I've stopped drinking alcohol. I need to lose about half a stone to feel healthy, I think. Just half a stone. What you can't do, can you? Why don't you go for a run? I can barely go for a walk. But apart from that, again, that's probably why Mandy and Louise look as youthful as they do. Doing shuttle runs up and down mountains every 5 minutes. That's what it is, you know. Clear air all the way up there. Shuttle runs up and down mountains. Getting facials every 5 minutes. We've discovered the secret of youthfulness. It's not a fountain of youth. It's the mountain of youth. There you go. See, this all makes sense in my head. Welcome to the mountain of youth. Shouldn't put too much pressure on myself. I'm not. I would love to go running, but I can't. I know I can't. Although when I'm on the treadmill, in there, it's there. When I go on the treadmill, I walk. It's only 4 kilometres an hour. It's not quick by any stretch of the imagination. When it used to be okay, I would walk very quickly, to the point where people I was with would have to run to keep up with me. Long legs, you see. When I'm on the treadmill in there, occasionally I'll just do like a bit of a sort of, I don't know, a pseudo jog step. Does that make any sense? Sounds like a good name for a band there. I'm sure I've seen them support an 8 Mile Radius in Toronto in 72. Pseudo jog step. That seems to work-ish. Which means I'm not that far away from being able to actually do a gentle jog, I think. I'm not going to rush that either. If it happens, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But there's definitely improvements there. It's not what I want. I would love next week to just feel brilliant and play 5-a-side. Get a proper sprint on. Sweat like a 1970s Radio 1 DJ when the doorbell rings. Volley a ball as hard as I can. And see lots of men naked in the showers, obviously. Not really good, is it? Especially when you're playing football against fellas who are in the 70s who are doing the undercarriage pass with the towel as you're talking to them. No one needs to see that, genuinely. I need one of those cool water treadmills. Lottery tonight. I could end up buying a house, couldn't I? With a proper gym and a swimming pool and a studio. A proper Bears Paw studio. That'd be great. Euro Mills, I'm buying a proper gaff out there. Farmland. Having a proper Bears Paws built. With cameras everywhere. Swimming pool, aerobic thingy. No pressure on me knee. I need to get my knee checked out before I do anything really. Swimming pool. The only swimming pool around here is Splash World, and it's a proper kids kind of place. Although there are hundreds, if not thousands, of swimming pools around Southport. Lots of rich fuckers have them. Louise, just extend your stride. You don't do fast. Yep. I have got a really long stride pattern as well. Normally, 36-inch inside legs. So when I proper stride forward, it's a very, very long stride. I can't do it on a treadmill. And I accidentally, on the treadmill that we have, there's when you start it, you press OK or start, stop, whatever it is. Next to it, there's a minus and there's a plus for the speed. Above the minus is 6 kilometres an hour. Above the plus is 12 kilometres an hour. And I, being a dopey bastard, wasn't looking what I was doing. And I went to press up and I pressed 12. So it went to 12 kilometres an hour, which is fairly quick for someone who can't walk. But I managed to stop, jump to either side, hold on to it with dear life, slowed down, got back on. I was sound. I was pleased with that. I didn't snap my neck. Regular sandblessed facials. Lots of facials by the seafront in Puerto de la Cruz there is, especially in the car park at about 10:30 on a Friday night. Can confirm my ridiculous stride, 1 pace along Goodison Road was 3 of yours. That's without me actually walking as well. I'm limping at the moment. If I was walking properly, you'd need a motorbike to catch up. Yeah, but I've got really long legs. It's a pity we never got a picture of someone take a picture of us side by side just to show, show people the difference. I still love what that Irish nurse said. Proper middle-aged Irish nurse. When they moved me from one bed into a gurney, a trolley thing. Oh, jeez, would you look at the length of him? I think I started laughing, thought, that's not what she means, but yeah, I am tall. Would you ever look at the length of him? That was it. Would you ever look at the length of him? And then every time I stood up next to a nurse or a healthcare assistant who hadn't seen me standing up, everyone went, as if I'm not a freak. I'm only 6'4". There's people who are taller than me who work in this building. Yeah, but you've been lying down for 2 months. No one knew how big you were, and as soon as you stood up, no one could get over it. It must be stumpy like yourself. Oh. Could do with 2 treadmills side by side, 2 different speeds. I think my dad is looking at getting another treadmill, not a full-on massive one like we've got. One of those little rolling road things. I don't know. It's got to be healthy. But we used to live down by the beach, Grosvenor Road, very, very expensive, £1 million house. We were in a top floor flat. Doesn't quite sound the fucking same, does it? You're in a flat in £1 million house, someone else's house. And it had a big tower on the side, Rapunzel Tower, very much like the Everton badge. I used to love that. We had to have a thing in the car to press the button to open the gates. It looked like we were absolutely minted and we were just renting a shitty flat at the top of the house. But it was right by the beach. And I never went. And we were in a top floor flat and that was getting the roof done at the time. So there was scaffold outside when the air show was on, which was spectacular to say the least. No cameras at the time, no streaming, nothing like that. Just a Nokia 3310, which was a shame. But when I was there, I never went on the beach once. Could have just walked over the road, over the coast road, very dangerous, and just gone for a walk along the beach and run. I should have done that. I could have been really fit. I might have got into the proper full-on fitness thing then, couldn't I? Rather than being an alky strokey or a strokey alky. But yeah, Tomasz, is it Saturday we're at home or Sunday this week? Who are we playing? I haven't even looked. Is it Leicester we're playing? Everton fixtures, yeah. Can't beat the old Nokias. Used to play football with yours. I always liked the optimism of people that used to sell phone accessories, including a case for a Nokia 3310. What's the fucking point? What is the point? It's not nothing's going to happen to it. If you drop it on the floor will crack. That's it. Saturday 3 p.m. Tories, Leicester, thought so. With the fox hunting horns and shit like that. I remember Ben Chilwell was talking, going on about people keep calling him a Tory and he isn't. I don't care if he's got a card-carrying member of the Labour Party. He sounds like a Tory, he acts like a Tory, he's a fucking Tory. Right, Saturday 1st of February at home, 3 o'clock. Saturday 8th of February, Bournemouth FA Cup. Wednesday 12th of February, Liverpool at home. We have 3 home games in the space of 11, 12 days. Ah, bollocks. The Man United game's 12:30 kick-off. Shit. What time have I got to be there to get for that one? 12:30, so the turnstiles will open at 11 o'clock. I have to leave the house at about 9:45, 10 o'clock. That's ridiculous, man. That's bullshit. 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 Everton 0, Leicester 1, Vardy, 89th minute. Your bird is a grass, your bird is a grass. Jamie Vardy, your bird is a grass. Branthwaite red card, obviously. Branthman 3000, the phone, your toe broke, will do. Don't mess with Nokia 3310s. Connor, how you doing, bud? Yeah. So two, I'm not going to the FA Cup game, so it's 3 o'clock Saturday game. I'm going to have to try and make it for that one. And also to thank Gary and Val and Josh and Mark and the people that are around me at the game for allowing me to sit with them at the new stadium and not wanting to ban me off for being an absolute knob, because they could have done that years ago, to be honest. Yeah. Fucking 800 quid though. Shit. We are in one of the best parts of the stadium by the look of it. About 2 rows behind us was about 100 quid cheaper, but right by the exit, view is absolutely incredible. Saying I can't wait, but Goodison's Goodison, isn't it? It's going to be weird. The last game. When's the last game of the season? When is it? Southampton, 18th of May, 3 o'clock. Please, 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 do not change that. 3 o'clock, Saturday, 18th of May. I think was that a Sunday? I can't work it out. I'd just like it to stay 3 o'clock kick-off, man. You never broke a bone somehow. Played football, Gaelic football, rugby, boxing, never broke anything. How does that work? Jesus, man. I've played 5-a-side footy indoors and I fractured me arm, broke my finger, snapped my knee in half. Six Nations starting on Saturday. Irish under-20s are playing tomorrow night. Purchase straightforward, piece of piss to do, to be honest with you. It's just weird because, again, pick where you want to go. So you pick the block or pick your seats. It doesn't tell you which row's which or which numbers are which. Give you an idea where they are. Now I have to click on different buttons to find out where we are. But by the time I got to when I found it, I'm 3 seats away from the people I normally sit near. They're normally in front of me and a couple of seats down anyway, so it's near enough the same. Pretty much the same as where we are now. It's great. Yeah, once I'd done that, straightforward. I had some credits left because I'd sold some tickets for games I couldn't go to, including the derby that's coming up. So 60 odd quid came off that bill. So I paid 700 odd. And I just sold a week of leave through work, which we're allowed to do once a year. And at the end of this month, I'm getting an extra 500 or 600 quid, which is going directly into paying off what I've just fucking paid, man. Timing couldn't have been any better. Sunday, last game of the season. No, I don't mean. I mean the last home game. I know the last game of the season's away at Newcastle, isn't it? They're always on a Sunday, but the 18th, is that a Sunday as well? Sunday the 18th, 3 o'clock. It is, isn't it? Where's my calendar? Where's my calendar? May. Sunday the 18th, yeah. According to that, the Southampton game is Sunday the 18th at 3 o'clock. Is that done specifically because it's our last game at Goodison? Yeah, bizarre. Reckon we'll leave Goodison about 11 o'clock, we might do, on that particular day. It's going to be a mosh. It's going to be totes a mosh. I would love, after the final whistle, to do a little tour, and then for, Simple Minds to come on and start playing Waterfront. Just as the last little thing before we head on up to the water. Oh, hello. I see some stuff down below. Ali, oh.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
39, it's there. Should and could have broke stuff. Car crashes and motorbike crashes happen as well. Donald, are you made out of rubber and pepperonis or something? That can be the only excuse. You're made out of pepperoni, that's why you didn't break. Yeah, kind of, how's everything in Cork after the storm? Any damage? You're all right there? Yeah, last game of the season's away at them lot. No more crashes. That's enough. About feckin' time it is. It's about time, Louise, you as well now tonight. You level up tonight. Whoa. 39 again. Catching Mandy up. Yeah. Getting there. It's getting there. Long way to go, though. Long way to go. It is crazy how many hours people have watched. I say hours. This is not even hours, is it? Where are we? Mandy, you officially, from when I've just done this, 17 days, 0 hours and 0 minutes. 17 days total viewing time. Just makes no sense whatsoever. You make it enough sense. Mandy's flying. She is flying. But then Mandy's been here for every single stream, hasn't she? Every single one. Apart from when the power was off, wasn't it? Apart from that. Tomasz, you are getting off? No worries. Velterusten, Totstraks. You're not even Dutch. Catch you later, dude. Doesn't sound a lot. 17 days does sound a lot. Louise, you'll be down here on your level forever. You won't. We know that. Or does it take longer to level up when you're higher up? In the same way it's more difficult to breathe. Is it more difficult to level up there? I mean, going from like base camp to camp 2 and camp 3 is quite easy. Camp 4, the high camp, is really difficult. And then onto the summit. Summit of Mount Pendle, man. Donald, what are you? Let's have a look. Let's have a look what you could have won. It's down as loyalty. How mad's that, loyalty? Donald, you are level 12 at the moment, mate. Level 12. Just above Angie. And just below Barnsley. Louise is level 17. You can't be far off level 18 now, genuinely. Must be close, must be. Yeah, level 12, Donald, level 12, mate. We'll see how many hours have you watched? It's weird because what I get on there, on the Botrix dashboard, doesn't tell you how long you've been watching for. Donald, you've been watching for a combined total of 1 day, 18 hours and 25 minutes. At a combined watch time for my streams, 1 day, 18 hours and 25 minutes. Fucking blows my mind, this. Absolutely blows my mind. Lulubelle, 6 days, 11 hours and 15 minutes. Ali, 12 days. Fucking mad. People have spent more time watching me than they would have spent on a package holiday to the sun. Just makes no sense. Mecca not saying so. One for everybody in the audience. It is mad, isn't it? Not a day wasted. Ah, cheers, bud. That's just live stream watch hours, it is. Literally just the live stream watch hours. And, to be fair, Botrix wasn't on every single one. There was a handful beforehand that were not Botrixed. I think it was the second major stream number 2, even though there's ones before that, that I put Botrix on. But it's just mad. When I think of how many hours I've done myself, it's just, I could never have thought of doing this. When I first wanted to, when we had that aborted original, when the system stopped working, or rather the internet stopped working completely, didn't it? I thought, I can't do this, I can't do it. And I was writing down bullet points. How am I going to get through an hour? How can I talk for an hour? Apparently it's not fucking difficult. Ali, yo, got to say goodnight to. No worries. Sweet dreams. Better than Corrie. Donald, anything's better than Corrie, mate. But yeah. But it's mad. But it's boss as well. Like I've said before, I can't go to the pub anymore. But what I can do is come to the pub. And it's just as good, if not better. Because I haven't got to put up with gobshites. Morning, Jackie. It's marvellous stuff. Oh, I'll tell you what though. It is 11 o'clock, so why don't we? Sterling effort from Louise. Not feeling great, but still working behind the bar. Thank you very much. Mucho apreciado, as they say in Japan. The drinks are cheaper, they are. Much cheaper. Much cheaper. And better. And you can get whatever you want. There's always fully stocked. Never lipstick on the glasses. Yeah. So anyway, it's that time of night. Get your dancing shoes on. Come on. Let's have a boogie. And that's that.
Hoo-yah!